Hey everybody, welcome to Henry 16th Street Tavern. The Rockies are in the playoffs.
Oh, they're not
This
in the
is
playoffs.
such a big deal. Oh my God.
They have to win to get in the playoffs tonight. That's how I'm seeing it.
Welcome to Watch Phantom's coverage of the NL wildcard game. That's right. There actually still is a good team in Denver.
That's right.
It's the Rockies. We don't have to talk about last night. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about last night.
I think anytime you mention Kansas City or Patrick Mahomes, you should have to drink.
You're going out. I won't
And
drink
I
at
hope you
all. That
never,
won't be very interesting.
ever mention
That would be a bad game to play because I'm not going to mention that at all because I don't want to talk about last night.
Well, I'm hoping that's true.
Guys, make sure that you comment on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So we've got two feeds going here that we get a lot of comments on. What's that?
You took my good side.
That you're fine. You're fine on that side. I don't.
He always is trying to take the middle and the good sides.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. We're gonna have Patrick. Everybody knows
That's
Patrick.
right.
He's gonna be on the show tonight.
That's
Also, Connor Cape, voice of the Colorado Rapids. They're over there yelling about soccer right now. I'm TJ Carpenter. You can follow me on Twitter at TJ Carpenter Show. You can follow Jena Garcia at Viva La Vida.
Vida.
Vida. Lida.
Yes. Viva. Vida, Viva, Diva.
Viva Diva Vida.
No.
You can
I'll
follow
just
her.
put it in the comments, you
just
guys.
put it in. She'll put it in there. Okay. Like I said, YouTube and Facebook is where we're centralizing most of our comments. So if you want to get in on the broadcast, what's up, Chris? Chris is watching. What's up, Chris? He's like, he says, I'm the only one here. Nope, 4 viewers. So he's in on.
Thanks for being first, Chris.
He's in there rocking it on the Facebook page. And then let me just pull up our YouTube feed here.
I'm sharing it, Chris.
And get
if
in.
You could share it to any fans you know that like the Rockies or the Cubs, for that matter. We're not going to really support the Cubs, but on this broadcast, but you could share it to a Cubs fan.
Yeah, I mean, Cubs are welcome. The Cubs are absolutely welcome on here. Absolutely. Cubbies faithful, go right ahead. I have nothing against the Cubs. I mean, you guys got 5 players into the All-Star game back in 2016, and that was horse shit. But other than that,
the Cubs practically obliterated their season with just poor end of season play. Gosh.
It was like a week. It was like a week
of
bad play.
No, they played terrible for a while.
I don't understand why.
They played bad for a bit.
Do you know they have better pitching? You know John Lester is a better pitcher than anyone the Rockies have.
And yet the Rockies will beat them tonight.
We're all rooting for the Rockies.
Yeah,
I'm just
except
saying.
Except for DJ, who doesn't seem like
I'm not anti-Rockies. I want to
see
another
Rockies Colorado shirt when you know you can wear
Rado
a
proud,
Rockies
right
shirt.
Here. I'm not a native, but I got here as fast as possible.
Yeah, because it's better than anywhere else you've been.
I'm just saying that the Rockies don't have. Who's starting tonight?
For pitching?
Yeah.
Kyle Freeland.
Freeland going tonight.
Local boy. Kyle Freeland.
Freeland's very good,
Homegrown,
but they've
Kyle
had
Freeland,
some struggles.
Consistent Kyle Freeland.
They've had some struggles against
Freeland
the Cubs. Freeland's had some struggles. Of course he has.
Got a bug around me.
Look, Kyle Freeland's been very good this year. And I think not only has Freeland been good, Herman Marquez has had his moments of being good. Antonio Sensatella has had his moments, or as I like to call him, Antonio Sensualtella.
Oh, gosh. He is pretty handsome. He's married. He has a beautiful child with his wife. No, I don't.
Right. I just know how friendly you are with.
That is not true.
Several Rockies
That is not
players.
true. And I don't know Sensatella. Me and Sensatella have never had a conversation outside of days he's pitched.
Sure. All right. Yeah.
But I am wearing my Rockies jersey signed by the 2007 World Series team.
Zach is watching.
That's
Chris is saying, "Como está?" Patrick is saying, "I'll be on shortly for anyone who can come to see me."
That's right.
And
you should come out and see Patrick.
Daryl is watching. What's up, Daryl?
Hey, Daryl.
Is Daryl? Daryl, are you a Cubs fan or are you a White Sox fan? That's what I want to know.
Well, if he's is Ari Temkin a Cubs fan or a White Sox fan?
Ari is from Chicago, and I'm guessing Daryl is one of his relatives, maybe his father. I know that Ari is a White Sox fan, so he hates
Ari,
the Cubs.
you saved yourself. I like you today.
But he has no real vested interest in this because the White Sox are an American League team, Cubs are a National League team. So he's just going
just
anti
sheer hatred of
the Cubs.
The Cubs
And insufferable Cubs fans.
And the fact that I'm his favorite person in the world, therefore he would go for the Rockies because the Rockies are my team.
Oh, okay. That's how that works.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Was
that's my fault. I didn't know that.
Ari? Am I right?
It's my bad. My bad.
Okay, I think I've shared it to all groups that I can. If you think of a group that would like it,
Chris wants to know if the protesters are here. No, they're not here. The protesters who were here last night, who were very anti. What were they? The anti-men. I think they were anti-men.
They were anti
patriarchy.
Men who.
It was the anti-patriarchy.
Make women small. That's what they were.
Like
not
in
all
size?
Men. They were just anti certain men. Come on.
Okay, let's check in on our YouTube comments here. Let's go Rockies. Get it.
That's right.
Get it.
Let's
All right.
go Rockies.
Okay, so predictions really quickly before we get the game going here.
All right.
You have a prediction?
I predict that Kyle Freeland will go 4 scoreless innings.
4 scoreless innings.
4 scoreless innings tonight.
4 scoreless.
That's right. And I predict David Dahl will have a home run.
Okay.
He's had 6 home runs in the last 7 games.
Okay.
So I think he'll have a home run. He's out there getting a chance at left field today.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I predict Carlos Gonzalez or Gerardo Parra will pitch hit at some point.
Who will?
Parra or Gonzalez. Neither are in the.
Gerardo Parra.
Neither are fielding today, but you could see them at bat probably sometime.
All right. Obviously, the Rockies will be hitting first. John Lester on the mound, 18-6. 32 starts this year. He has a 3.32 ERA, 1.31 WHIP. So not a vintage Lester season, but still pretty damn good. So guy, John Lester, who knows how to pitch in the postseason.
Okay, yeah, fair enough said. Last season we had John Gray with the wild card game.
Sure.
And he totally lost his cool last season. And that was a hard game for him to come back to, even this season when he started.
I don't know if you could say he lost his cool. He never had his cool in the game at all. I mean,
well,
right from the get-go.
He had it prior to that game, and then he lost it in that wild card game.
Right from the get-go, it was bad.
It was difficult. It was a difficult game for him. He had a hard time coming back from it in the first game of this season as well. His first few starts this year, I feel like that he had that game on his mind. But Freeland has, let's see, what would this be? 31 starts, 17 wins, 7 losses.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. A 2.85 ERA.
I actually feel like Wrigley Field is a better stadium, a better venue for the Rockies than it is for the Cubs. The Rockies, one of the better home run hitting teams in the league. They have been inconsistent, but in general, I would say they've got the hitters in the lineup to play well in this park. They
have something like 221 home runs this season as a team, and
first pitch low and outside.
Of those are at Coors Field. So slightly above half are at Coors Field, but not that much. Not by much.
Second pitch, low and outside.
Charlie Blackmon had a cycle in his last game. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. Very good to hit for the cycle. But that's not something you can really, anybody can hit for the cycle.
Then why don't more people do it? That was the first cycle in a 162nd game.
Strike, first strike, so it's 2-1. That one taken as a strike, no swing. No, what I'm saying here is anybody can hit for the cycle. I'm not saying anybody can consistently hit for the cycle or can hit for the cycle because they're a good hitter, but it can happen randomly to anyone in baseball. So hitting for the cycle is not necessarily.
You have to be a really good batter. You really have to know where to place the ball. You have to know what you're missing. He started off with a triple last game and got it right out of the way, the hardest one So you have to be a good batter to really
All
place
right, ball
that.
4, and Blackman is going to take first base.
That's
5
a great
pitches
start.
in.
Great start, Lester.
Very
Woo!
he didn't swing
Walking.
at anything. He didn't swing.
Walking.
Not a single swing in that at bat.
Because he's a smart batter. He's not going to swing at bad pitches.
Well, I know, and I think that's a
Clearly.
good strategy. If that's a part of what their strategy is, hitting the ball, I think that's good. You want to get the pitch count as high as possible. That's
Absolutely.
postseason strategy number 1 is take a lot of pitches. Unless you're going up against somebody who's attacking the strike zone like really viciously, take pitches. That's rule number 1 because you want to exhaust their starters as quickly as possible. All right, showing bunt there. LeMahieu showing bunt.
with a bunt potential. That's surprising.
Oh, no, bunt up. Well, you get a runner on. You want to get that runner in scoring position as quickly as possible. I understand the bunt call
I
there.
get it, but DJ is a fantastic batter. I mean, he could get him in scoring position with better than a bunt.
All right, guys, right here at Henry's 16th Street Tavern in downtown Denver. Come on by, check it out. Drink specials tonight. Obviously, Rockies Bar. We're here in Denver, so watching the wild card game. This is a little bit of familiar territory for Rockies fans because they were here last year.
That's right.
Against the Arizona Diamondbacks and played like shit. So hopefully tonight against the Cubs, a little bit of a different story.
Absolutely. I think the Cubs have not been playing well. But
swing and a miss,
one
and it is 2-1.
One thing the
LeMahieu.
Cubs have that will be there, well, I guess I would say they have 2 secret weapons. At the plate, they have Javi Baez, who just obliterates Rockies pitchers. I mean, he bats so well. And given I've only seen him in Coors Field, I haven't seen him play in Chicago, but God, in Spanish we call him La Pesadilla, which means basically like the nightmare, because he is a nightmare to Rockies pitchers. So we have Javi Baez there, and then fielding position, you have Albert Almora, who he robbed the Rockies of multiple singles and doubles this
Cheryl
season.
says hello and go Rockies.
Hi, Mom. That's my mom.
Oh, your mom's watching.
Don't you remember her?
I do. I remember your mom.
You're always giving her crap. Craig gave her crap last time, remember?
Oh, your mom likes Craig.
No, she
A
does
lot.
not.
And Craig likes your mom.
Craig, that might be true, but my mother does not like Craig. I can tell you that.
Full count
No offense,
here,
Craig.
and Cubs fans are on their feet for John Lester.
And
LeMahieu here with a full
I'm
count.
on my feet for David John.
And
Foul.
fouls that one off. That one was right down the pike too. That was a low pitch, but that was definitely a hittable pitch.
We got some signals from Bud Black. I always think those are so funny. I used to tell my students when I was teaching, whatever I do signals, you should know what I'm talking about. And they're always like, but I never taught them any signals. So I'd just be like.
Well, then why would they know? Why would they know?
Because they should just know. Some of them were very in tune. They definitely knew what I was talking about. There you go, DJ.
LeMahieu puts
base.
that one in play.
There
That
you
one hits
go.
the wall.
Wow.
Into the ivy. And that is a ground rule double.
Due to the stupid
That
ivy.
that is a very unfortunate play there for the Rockies.
Yeah.
The ivy saves the Cubs from a run being scored.
That's why the stadium is stupid.
Connor
It's
Cape-
absolutely true.
Connor Cape says
It's 100%
that's why that
stupid.
stadium is stupid.
It's like cheating. Ground rule double just because it ran into the tree.
That's
Well,
amazing.
sacrifice your face.
He was so
Dive
happy.
in there.
He was so
He
happy.
let it roll.
He was so happy
He
that that
totally
went
let
into
it
the ivy.
roll. There should be a rule that you cannot let it roll into the ivy. He was right there. He could have got it.
That was a playable ball.
That is some BS.
And okay, so now they're going to have runners on
review it, maybe.
on second and third. This is a very
No.
productive
Blackman.
first inning for the
Oh, they
Rockies.
sent him back, huh? Buddy Black is arguing the call. They're thinking about sending him back.
You can't argue a ground rule double. It is what it is. I don't
You can
understand
argue if
what
it was
he's
a
arguing.
playable ball, couldn't you?
What's the umpire going to do about that?
Review it?
There's no. What's he going to do? What? He could award him a run. I see. Okay, that he was already at second. He had already rounded second by the time the ball got into the ivy.
For you Cubs fans watching, I hate Chris Bryant.
Well,
What a big crybaby. And Cubs fans love Chris Bryant. We should share this with some Cubs groups. Ari Duncan, can you share this to some Cubs groups?
Sure. Share it with your friends, people. Share it with your friends. All right, there's a fly ball. That's going to score a runner from third. And Rockies are on the board, 1-0 over the Cubs. All right, so far so good.
Here we go.
Good. Very, very, very nice.
That's a great start to this game. We wanted to get on the board quick. The question is, do you think...
That happened. Got on the board quick.
If the Rockies win this wild card, they'll go on to play Milwaukee, who has just been a fireball of a team. Incredible. Playing incredible baseball. If you check out their roster, they constantly are moving players. You could see the same player at first, at second, at short, at third. You see them rotate their entire infield, and I think that shows just how diverse the team is. I'm worried if the Rockies go up against Milwaukee that we won't come out victorious in that series. But at least we'll be in the first round. That's another step further, better than last year, you know. And I have been predicting 2019 Rockies World Series. That's what I've been saying all year.
2019?
Yeah, 19. Not this year. This isn't their year. The Red Sox are too good for this to be the Rockies' year to win the World Series. But it would be kind of cool to see Red Sox Rockies repeat of 07.
But you think the Rockies could still make the World Series this year?
No, I don't think that. I don't have them.
Well,
I actually have my. I was thinking about posting a picture of my bracket. Picked out my bracket. Trevor Story.
All right, he goes down.
Did not expect that.
Story strikeout. John Lester, 16 pitches in. He's going to have to make quick work of this next batter if he doesn't want his pitch count to get too high here in this first inning.
And obviously the Rockies want his pitch count as high as possible.
They're going to say those strikes were outside, but I don't know. Like, you know, the umpire's got his strike zone established, and if it's a little bit outside,
and
if it's a little bit larger.
This is why players want an electronic strike zone.
Well, you know, look,
take away the question of it.
I don't know if you can do electronic balls and strikes. You just can't. The rectangle, then you're going to get mad at the guy who draws the rectangle. Like, you're going to get mad.
It wrong.
He draws it, that's not the right rectangle.
It'll be mathematically the same every day. Come on.
Ah, that is a strike. Swing and a miss.
Foul ball.
No. Foul ball. Foul pitch. Sorry. There we go. 1-1 now the count. 18 pitches on Lester. Matt Holliday started the season with an empty baseball card, and now he is 5th in the lineup in the playoffs for the Colorado Rockies.
How that happened, because all he's been doing this entire season is...
He has postseason experience, which they really, really needed.
Batting, though. That's all he's been doing is batting. So the Rockies sent home yesterday. Let's see. They sent home Cuevas. They sent home Tapia. As far as outfielders go...
Yeah, Tapia deserved to go home.
He hadn't had the greatest season, but he is an incredibly fast. I mean, he was marked as like 5th fastest.
And swing and a miss on Holiday. That one was low in the dirt. I don't know.
He hasn't got that many at bats. What do you expect?
I think you got to be better than that, especially.
You do.
Look, the Rockies are going to have a little bit of a gripe there with the Ivy, but I thought. First inning, you got a run on the board. That's pretty good.
It's not bad. Better than some other games I've seen.
All right, Patrick.
Yesterday.
Come on over here, Patrick.
All right. Is Patrick coming on his 3 or are you getting
he's coming on with us.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Just checking. Here you go. Patricio. It's Patrick in Spanish.
Patricio?
Yeah.
I've gone by Patricio once or twice in my life.
TJ took my good side, so if that's why I look horrible tonight, it's his fault. Like this video if TJ totally took my good side.
I did not take your good side.
You did take my good side.
I don't even know what that means, good side.
Well, I'm a boy. I'm so handsome. I have no side.
I might have to turn me up. I cannot hear a lot.
You can't hear anything?
Can't hear a whole lot.
What about that? Is that better?
Definitely can hear now.
Okay, all right, cool. Everybody can hear. Joining us a little bit later on in the broadcast is going to be Connor Cape, voice of the Colorado Rapids.
You know who else I invited out tonight, but is not coming? Josh Dover.
Dover. Doves. Good old Doves.
Yes, the Avs. You can hear him on altitude. And you know what? He told me?
What?
I'm not a baseball fan. Was his
Sounds like
exact
TJ.
answer. I'm not a baseball fan.
That's
I'm going
a-
to watch the Nuggets pre-season game over the Rockies wild card game. I was
I don't know
literally
what's wrong
appalled.
with that. What's wrong with
Oh,
that?
I
I
was
mean, I
pissed.
invited the DJ of the Denver Nuggets, and he can't come out either. He
Is
also
that
does
the
the Denver
guy-
Broncos.
Is that the guy who's like, everybody scream?
Yes,
Yeah.
DJ
DJ
Beds.
Beds.
Yeah, I used to work
What's up,
with
DJ
Beds for
Beds?
years.
He kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Jersey Shore character.
He's like the most down-to-earth guy I've ever met. It's actually like kind of like a unique guy.
Okay.
And last year was really cool because he got to do the Olympics and the Special Olympics.
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
kinda
So that was pretty cool. And then he did the All-Star Game 3-point contest.
Nice. Jake Schroeder, who does the national anthem for the Avs, he runs the Police Athletic League here in Denver. And that's how he and I met, was through the Police Athletic League, because I was a member of the board in Kansas City. And so when I moved to Denver, he was one of the first guys I contacted, because that's a really great charity, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Right, they're
Police
boxing.
Athletic League.
Because the windows are open
Damn it, Fox.
and there's lights on.
You got a problem there?
I guess some people were asking, we're missing the link. We can't find the link. So if you can't find the link, please put it in the comments if you can't find us, or if you're having trouble seeing us, maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure.
All right. Hopefully we can get that done.
Oh,
Chris is saying better lighting tonight versus last night.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you guys
Chris.
have bad lighting last night?
well, TJ just put me in the dark. No big deal.
She
Okay.
was wearing a hat.
Were you?
It was on backwards.
What was wrong with the hat?
The hat.
Exactly.
The hat was not on backwards.
It was on backwards.
frontwards, and nobody
Check
could
the
see your face because it was so dark.
Also, Jenna told me to tag her on Instagram in a post telling people to come out.
And I tagged you in one.
And I have never seen so many people comment on my Instagram post.
Oh,
So
God. Well,
that
if you
just
want to come meet
speaks-
me, we're out here at Henry's.
Jenna's very popular.
You
Jenny's
guys,
very
Can
popular.
we get? Do we still have the free appetizer going?
Yeah,
There's
Free
still a free app.
appetizer.
Free
Free
app.
appetizer if you come out. Come
free
on.
appetizer.
Didn't know
Um,
about that
I
last
will-
time.
Yeah, definitely download the link for the free appetizer.
All right,
I'm
one
pretty
and
sure-
two here on Ben
Ooh.
Zobrist, and
Oh, hi.
that one's high and inside. It's 2-2 now.
I thought that Connor said Zobrist.
I thought he
wasn't
said
starting.
Zobrist wasn't. Yeah,
Exactly. I see Zobrist.
maybe he just missed the first guy. The only cool thing I will say about the Cubs is their
Nothing at all.
8th batter
Right
is
up the middle.
David Bodie.
And
I went to high
Zobrist
school
is
with
going to
him.
get to
Yes.
first base on a line drive up the middle.
Wait, I thought,
Zobrist is one of the best postseason players I've ever seen in my life.
don't
He
say
is
anything
so
positive about
good.
the Cubs.
He's
at
not
this
wearing it. He's
broadcast.
basically wearing a Cubs shirt.
You might as well. You have a C on your shirt, and it's
It is
You
red
got Rockies,
and blue.
Rockies.
It is closer to Cubs colors than
It's
it is
red and
anything
blue.
else. No, Zobrist is really
Come
good.
on,
He was good
Freeland?
in Tampa. He was good in Kansas City, and he was
Look at
good in
Freeland
Chicago.
move out of the way.
He's too tall to reach down.
I've been in person with him. Kyle Freeland is not the tallest person in that clubhouse. You know who is? DJ LeMahieu. He is freaking
How tall
giant.
is DJ? Oof.
They list him at 6'4", but I feel like he's more like 6'6". You stand next to, like, the pitchers are tall, right?
Yeah, of
They're like
course.
6'3", 6'4". You stand next to them and you're like, all right, this is a huge human. But DJ walks by and he is huge. Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's
What is
huge.
huge,
Tall. He's
Tall, height-wise.
tall.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh,
I didn't
TJ.
say anything.
Thank you for being here because I really do need an advocate during these
I was
shows.
just
because
asking
this
for
guy
clarification.
always wants. If I talk
God.
positively about any player,
He
he's
says
like,
you're attracted to him.
Are you totally into him?
Yeah, into
You
him.
like Cortland Sutton? No, Cortland Sutton has a puppy. That's all I said.
Cortland Sutton, gosh, blame him for that yesterday. That was horrible.
I got a little
That was
thing
a
for
win.
Cortland Sutton,
That was a
Patrick?
win
Got a little
yesterday.
interested in Cortland Sutton?
If he could catch a football,
Yeah, I'd be
He
much
could
more
catch.
into.
he'd be
I
the
would
most
be
attractive
so
man.
attracted to that guy.
I'm not even a Broncos fan. Honestly, I hate Denver for the most part, but I hate Kansas City. I will say that on this. I hate Kansas City.
There's a good.
I hope Patrick Mahomes is the next Nick Foles. 15-1 this year, lose the first round, never hear from him again until he makes a Super Bowl appearance 8 years down the road.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know-
As a backup.
but he gets the
City
MVP.
is so hyped about their 4-0, and to be honest, they started last season 4-0.
Didn't they start 5-0 last year? No, they started 4-0 and Steelers beat them, but
So
Steelers are
they need
a
to
mess.
just shut up already.
No,
Bryant,
they won't be
2-2
quiet
now.
until they're out of the playoffs again.
2-2 now for Chris Bryant. He's hitting 272 on the year. Is that surprising to you that Bryant has
He's been hurt.
struggling?
He's been hurt. That's kind of been the big thing is he's been in and out of that lineup, and
I hate Chris Bryant. Marquez hit him with a pitch in the head, and that was a little too far because I don't hate him that much.
you hate him enough to
But
at
I
least
hate
hit him somewhere.
enough to hit him somewhere else, at least.
You
Maybe
hate
like
him,
the
but just
shoulder.
not enough to do brain damage.
No, that's too much. That's too
I don't
much.
know. I might hate Mahomes enough to do that.
If he talks about Mahomes, he has to drink.
I haven't said anything.
You have to drink if you talk about what was the name? We'll get him at one point.
He's Mahomes.
Starting quarterback
I mean-
for the NFL team in Kansas.
You don't have.
There you
It's
go.
not just his name. Hey, Vicky and Chris and Brian and Rich are all watching on Facebook. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you have any drinking games for us, send them our way.
I definitely need another drink.
We got some few,
Do you have any predictions, Patrick? We
I am saying 3-2 Rockies,
final score.
final score,
Okay.
but I believe the third run for the Rockies is going to come in the 8th inning.
Wow. So it's going to be a close game.
It's going to be
2-2.
2-2 from the 5th on, and then the Rockies are going to score in the 8th. And I don't know what was going on Thursday. I wasn't lucky last night at Blackhawk, but on Thursday I was calling everything.
Really?
I would post Adam Thielen's going to score here. Adam Thielen. Hey, where's Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks scores a touchdown. It's kind of an easy game to predict.
Well, 2 weekends ago, Connor Cape called Keenum's interception. Literally, as we were live, we were like talking, and he's like, "I think he's gonna throw an
I think I was
boom.
sitting over
Yeah,
there
when
for
you were-
that
you
one.
were here.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
gosh, Keenum is just. I
Cray,
understand the
Corey.
desire for Keenum, but the thing
I
I'll say
don't.
about Keenum is they should have spent the money on him on offensive alignment. If the Broncos really were interested in being good,
Oh, swing and a miss.
that's
for
a
Chris
nice
Bryant.
strikeout.
And that is a strikeout.
Bye, Chris.
How many innings will Freeland go tonight?
I said my prediction is Freeland will have 4 scoreless innings, but I think he'll go 6.
I'm saying he's out after 4.5.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm saying because of the 3 days rest, he's going to have a great 4.5.
That's a
but
good point.
They're going to make
He's short
a
on rest.
bullpen
That's
game.
true.
You know, they're probably going to use Santazella. They're going to use,
They will, yeah.
you know, Russin, and I hope they don't use McGee or any of those guys because that's just like, oh, we want to lose.
Right? For real.
We need to get to Ottavino by the
Forgetting.
7th, give him 2 innings, and then finish the game with Wade.
Well, you know, look, it worked for the Giants. The Giants would just pitch. They used Mad Bum as their first game starter, and
Yep.
then through the World Series in 2014, he was basically just on call. He was
Nice
like ready to
catch.
pitch
Yeah.
whenever.
And I mean,
Fly to right field.
best game was that Game 7 against the Royals, and Madison Bumgarner's in there with a guy on third and 2 outs.
I
Yeah.
hate Madison Bumgarner.
I hate him as much as I hate Tom
I saw
Brady.
him hit a grand slam at AT&T Park against the Rockies. A freaking grand slam.
Chris says he hates Baker Mayfield enough to cause him
Does
brain
this look
damage.
like football
Baker
tonight?
Mayfield is
Chris,
going to be really
Can
good
we
if they
please
keep him
only
out
keep
of
it
center.
keep the comments to baseball.
Mark is saying 10-3 Rockies. Come on, Pat.
10-3. That's my dad. Thank you.
Huh.
Good comment.
Thanks for
10-3. Oh
10
my
to 3,
gosh.
that would be wicked.
Well, if that was going to be true, we probably would have got 3 of that last inning.
Here we have Javi Baez up to bat.
I-
Freaking la pesadilla de
I
Javi
hate the
Baez.
Cubs, but I love watching him make those catches. Oh, there we go.
got him.
That's an out on Ben Zobrist.
That was. Did you see that throw?
He was caught. He just let out a
You
little
caught
too
He
far.
just doesn't know what
Did he
happened.
call
He let out he's not
What are you
leaving
doing,
first base.
He doesn't believe it.
He's
They're gonna
out.
review it.
He's got to leave.
It's gonna be a review.
He's got to go.
Let's see the
Under
review.
review.
Oh,
That is close. I don't know. Are they looking for a review? He is
Let's
not leaving
see.
first base. And he looks like he
Oh,
got
maybe
it
he has his
there.
hand on there.
I don't.
His
it
hand is
looks
on
like
there.
he was safe.
There we go.
see.
Better
Desmond
view. Better
doesn't
view.
put the ball all the way down. Put your glove on him, Des.
No, he's safe. He's safe. That's a save. He's safe.
If he was
thought
like
that was-
Baez, he would have just caught it and tagged him. Wouldn't have cared about anything else.
That was really close.
Right, just
but-
tag him.
See, I've never understood why these guys decide they have to have their foot on first base when you have to tag them anyways.
Right.
That's just
Yeah,
never.
and there was in the game when was it? Yesterday's game or the game, or maybe the last game here in Denver? Marquez threw the ball to Desmond to get an out, and Desmond it just hit the tip of Desmond's glove, and the whole time I'm thinking, just step off the base.
The bag.
Seriously.
Because you don't have to get him out. It's not a force. It's not. You don't have to be on the bag to get him out.
It was off.
You got to tag him. So it looks like Freeland knows they're saying he's safe.
We are talking, we are talking football as well. So,
No,
Chris, yes.
No. We've barely been able to get you talk. There's some amazing things
Chris,
happening today.
here's the
One
thing.
is you're talking baseball. Two, you're
Yeah.
watching baseball.
Right.
Three, you're going to show your legs.
We're going to see his skinny legs. I hope you have shorts on under there.
I
because
hope you have
that's not
something
gonna
under
be
there.
good enough
I
for
mean,
us.
I got my little lucky.
Those are
my
boxers.
luckies.
That'll count.
Those
just
look like
at
you're
least
cheering
turn
for
a-
Boston with
That's
freaking
okay.
Lucky Charms
The
on them.
Celtics are fine.
Yeah.
They're an
That's not
acceptable
okay.
team.
The Celtics are
You like the
okay, but the
Celtics?
Red Sox are not.
Red
right
Sox
now.
are not. Patriots, I would probably push you over that ledge.
I am very proud that you are watching baseball.
It is amazing. I mean,
We
just
tried to get TJ to go to a game all year. All year.
What?
Didn't go to a game.
Colorado Mikey says, cheers, hashtag Rocktober.
October.
Thanks for
Right
watching,
here for that,
Colorado
hashtag Rocktober.
I was about to try to invite my family. They were huge baseball fans. My little cousin, he sent me his bracket today. So
His bracket?
yeah,
He's got
his
a bracket
finals
in there?
bracket, and I made a bracket too. I'm gonna post it in the comments.
Okay.
I think
I got to
you
make
can
a bracket.
post pictures in the You can't do it now. The game already started.
I'm already saying it now. Rockies are going to NLCS.
Wow,
I think-
that's what he had too. He had the Rockies.
I don't
going
think
to
I think they beat the Brewers because I think Trevor just owns them like it's his job. But I think I don't trust the Dodgers series. I think the Dodgers are going to sweep the Braves. I
Did
think
you see Puig's interview yesterday after the? Oh
Yes.
gosh,
But that's Puig.
that is
Freeland
Puig.
is
so
ahead in the
Puig.
count here, 0-1 on
How come I can't post a
buy-ins.
picture in the comments? That's annoying. Hi, Lily and Eric. Thanks for watching, you guys. I wanted to post a picture, but I can't.
Eric is in the house. What's up, Eric? Andy also in the house.
So what were your predictions on this game? What were we thinking
Here for me,
for you?
I
Negative.
Don't
I
trust anything he says.
I thought that the Cubs would win this game.
Wow.
but-
Yeah, see, exactly. I called it.
Wow. The
They're a better
Cubs
team.
have obliterated their season.
They really have.
They really
They
have
really.
just
They
sucked.
should not. There should be no reason they're in this game.
Yeah, they're
This
lucky
100% should have been the
AF
Brewers.
to be here right now.
So no, you're saying that the Cubs should be playing in the
Going
series. They should
16
have
and
won the division.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, that was on them.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So since I can't post the comment, I'm going to share my picks.
What
right
is that?
here on the
Milwaukee
camera.
versus
Let's see.
who?
Can we see it?
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know if we can see it.
I don't know. Tell me if you guys can see it.
Let's see.
We'll
here.
see.
Yeah,
Can you see
push it up there a little bit.
Okay, here we go.
Closer.
There you go.
Is that who's that?
Hold on,
Indians?
just hold it up there.
Oh, I got Cleveland losing to Houston. I
Okay.
have the A's beating the Yankees, which I just think will be awesome.
And then losing. You got
And
the
then
Red
losing
Sox
to
and
the
Brewers.
Red Sox. I got the Red Sox and Brewers. I've been saying it all year. Ideally, if it was what this is what I think will happen. If it was what I wish would happen, it would be the A's Milwaukee.
I'm wanting if my wish was happening, it'd be the A's and the Rockies. Or if my real wish was happening, the
Yeah.
A's wouldn't be in the playoffs and the Mariners would be. But we can all dream.
Well, I would love the Rockies to go. I just don't think this is their year. I don't think that they'll do it this year. And if they do prove me wrong,
All right.
I'll
then
Well,
just be a
we're
happy
happy.
fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Kyle
And we
Freeland
can
gets
laugh at
out
him.
of the inning,
and he will wear the Speedo.
And he will
no
wear the
runs
Speedo
scored there
and take us to a
by
World
the
Series game.
Cubs. So
No runs scored by the Cubs in the first inning.
I just-
1-0.
I think the Red Sox are going to
Rockies.
choke in the playoffs because I don't believe in Chris Sale. I don't think he's
Wow.
that great of a pitcher.
All right, but
I
he's
think
not
he's
their
the
only pitcher.
he's the
you know,
Clayton
so-
Kershaw of the AL side.
Eric says,
When he comes to the playoffs, he's
"Fuck the
trash.
Cubs. I live in Missouri
Woo,
where
go Eric.
Cubs fans get beat.
That's wow. Okay, I like Missouri.
Well, Missouri's where a lot of Cardinals fans in Missouri,
True,
obviously.
true.
So,
I have no comment on Missouri. Never been there.
I've been
I'll think
through
about
there. I never have stayed there. I've had people get pulled over in Missouri. Yeah. So that's about all my Missouri experience.
yeah, Missouri's, I don't know. It's Missouri. I don't know what to say about
Wow, I have friends at the game.
Wow.
Jeez. Traveled all
Jealous
the way
of
to
them.
the game. Yeah. Pretty awesome.
All the
Now,
way
so
to
what is your
Chicago.
prediction for this game? So we've heard the negative Nancy's. We got my prediction. What's your prediction?
So I didn't predict the final score, but if I'm thinking about it, I predicted that David Dahl will have a home run
Okay, because that's normal right now.
right now. I predicted that, let's see, that we would see Parra or Gonzalez as a pinch hit.
I think both.
At
I think
some
both of
point.
them,
Yeah.
and
Come into the
probably even potentially Cuevas.
Cuevas has
Is he-
gone home. Yes,
he going home?
is.
Okay.
He's in Arizona.
And-
It is actually Noel Cuevas' birthday today.
That
So
sucks.
feliz cumpleaños, Noel, or happy birthday.
Yeah, if the Rockies win, that's a good birthday present.
It's a pretty good present. He wasn't sure how he's going to be celebrating, but I did wish him a happy birthday earlier
Hopefully,
today.
watching the game.
Hopefully, with a win from the Rockies.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weird
I
if
think
he-
he was bummed not to be there, but you know.
So we have Parra, we have Cargo on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Who? So what do we have? 3 more batters probably as bench, or did they go
Bench
heavy
batters.
bullpen for the playoffs?
I can look it up. I have the lineup right here.
I know
second
this
ago.
baseball jargon is hard for you.
What's that?
What? Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to pull up some NL wild card stuff here.
I
on
have
the
some
laptop.
raw footage of Nolan pregame. If you're interested in that at some point, we could play that.
Nolan
Put it off
pregame.
my phone.
Nolan pre.
Yeah, a video of him pregame.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would love to see that because it is Nolan, and man or
So-
woman, that is a hero right there.
You got McMahon, which I thought was surprising.
Ooh,
on
I
the
like
bench.
that. I
I'm
like that.
surprised by that, to be honest. But I mean, I get
That's-
it because Tapia and Cuevas are both, outfielders, and you
Okay.
already have great senior outfilders on your bench.
That's
tonight.
3 lefties now, though. So who are the righties they have on the bench?
Let's see. They have Valleca, which I just do not get.
Uh-huh.
I hate Pat Valleca. Like, not as a person, but just as an athlete.
I don't know. I
He's a
might hate him as a
baseball player.
person. I don't know.
They got Valleca, Butera, and Hampson on the bench. Surprising, to
Wow.
be honest. Surprising. Basically, if you batted well by the
The end of the season.
September, you're on. And then you have McMahon, Walters, Parra, and Gonzalez, all lefties on the bench. Heavy bullpen. You got Davis,
Heavy.
Johnson, Ottavino, Oberg, Sensatella, all righties, and then McGee, Russin, and Musgrave as a lefties.
Yes.
All right, pop up there.
Both of
for
which I do
Ian
not want to
Desmond.
see at any point in this game. If you see
Desmond.
McGee,
First out of the
give up.
second inning for Ian
Freaking
Desmond.
Albert Almora. That guy murdered us. He robbed us.
just
of
caught
so you're going to
so-
say he murdered someone.
No. That's only in football.
I was like, wow, that's another Chicago Cub player.
Also, some Kansas City players. Nah, just kidding. They just beat their girlfriend.
And Ray Lewis.
Was that a Tyreek Hill reference?
No, not at all.
It's like
Beat his
half
girlfriend?
Kansas City. We're going to find out in like 5 years that Mahomes probably beat someone because, Steph Curry's daughter finally grew up.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
do not put that on little Curry.
All right,
Sorry.
there's another pop up.
And
Right
oh, get out, get out,
Get
get
out.
out.
And it is
Oh.
at the
Freaking
wall.
Almora. He will steal
Almora
those.
catches it, and that is the second out of the
Gosh.
inning.
Dang it, that was David Dahl. It could have been my prediction.
Could have been your prediction right there.
Totally could have been my prediction.
Thank you.
David Dahl. See, that's the thing, though, is that the last 2 batters, Ian Desmond and David Dahl, both hit what I would consider to just be pop flies, and they were both almost home runs.
Yep.
That's Wrigley Field for you, and that's why I think the Rockies are a little bit
At a
advantaged.
disadvantage.
No, I thought at an
At
advantage.
advantage. Oh.
I think that they're a good home run hitting team. They understand
are.
what they. It's an easy park
They've
to get
literally
sparks
ridden
of offense in.
September out on home
Well,
runs. The
here's-
offense has been all homers.
My issue right now is the fact that in the first inning they got him to 20 pitches. We're 2 outs in the second inning. He's at 25 pitches.
Right.
And
Wow.
that's where I was disappointed because I think this is the guy you want to get pitch count up.
Right.
You know, and-
absolutely. This morning prior to the game, Bud Black was asked, I know you're big on experience. John Lester has a lot of big game experience. Kyle Freeland has no post game experience. What do you think about that? And Buddy's response was, right?
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
Isn't that great? That was it. That's all he had to say today.
Bill Belichick right there.
Cheryl,
Gosh.
I am not rooting for the Cubs. I'm
He
not
He
rooting
is.
for the
He
Cubs.
is rooting for the
is.
Cubs.
I don't like the Cubs.
But
Wow.
He's
Come on,
terrible
Chris.
with predictions.
Always going to left. It's going to be a foul
So that's
ball.
kind of the nice part is like your predictions are always wrong.
All the
Unless
time.
it's about who?
Unless it's against the spread, in which it's like really.
Wait, what
really
prediction
good.
do you get right? Because you always go opposite KC and they always win.
I went 6-2 against the spread, and no, I went 7-1 against the spread. I went
What game did you
7-1.
miss?
I missed the which game did I miss? No,
Wow.
I didn't miss Kansas City. I got that.
All right, great second inning by Lester.
I picked the Chiefs, and the Chiefs actually covered.
Their 4-point victory last night with
that's right.
some of just the worst calling at the end of the game.
So I don't always go anti-Kansas City.
Anti-Kansas City. I'm
I
sure
picked the
there's lots
Chiefs,
of
and
people
they
who are happy.
won. I picked the Chiefs and they won. Let's see. Who did I get wrong? It was Atlanta. I picked Atlanta to beat
And
Cincinnati.
you got wrong in the last couple seconds. All right.
Yeah. So I would have been 8-0.
I had a rough weekend with my predictions. The only one I got right was Florida, Mississippi State. And I barely got that one right. I predicted Penn State to beat Ohio State. I was wrong. I thought Stanford would beat Notre Dame. I definitely did not think the Steelers were going to lose last night
All
to
right,
the Ravens.
So up on the screen here for our Fantasy Football Forum. Fantasy Football Forum's just $1 to sign up with. I do college picks and NFL picks. This last week in college, I went 4-3. Oh, I'm sorry, I went 4-3 last week. This week I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. I went 5-3 this week. 5-3. I got my Florida upset pick correct. I got Oregon, Washington, OU, and West Virginia all correct. I got Clemson wrong. That's not my fault.
Oh, you have to pick against the spread here.
That's right.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's right. And then I got
Stanford really wrong.
Ohio State wrong. I got Stanford really wrong. That's right. I got Stanford really wrong. Thanks for pointing that out. And
You're welcome.
Really?
And then in the NFL, -4.5. We picked it at -4.5, not 3.5. Like they lining it up. So I did get Kansas City wrong. I did get the Rams
You
right.
picked Baltimore.
I picked Detroit correctly. I picked Oakland correctly. I picked Baltimore correctly. I picked New England definitely correctly. Jacksonville correctly. 6-2. 6-2 against the spread's pretty good. Pretty good.
You said 7-1. First you said 6-0, then you said 7-1, and now we're to the honest answer.
6-2.
6-2. Is that bad?
It just
6-2.
proves that you lie.
Proves that you lie.
A lot. Like about your legs, which the audience is going to get to see.
TJ truly believes that
Are we going to
lying
do
is
like
the
a
way to
side-by-side?
success.
Because you've always said your legs are bigger than Jena's.
Well, here's the thing. I haven't been going to the gym lately. I have been out of the gym. So I understand, but I still think I have bigger legs than TJ, despite that I haven't.
I was
here.
fearful of having to put that Speedo on and the bronze that I started going back to the gym and putting my body through hell.
Hey, that's not bad. At least you.
You're like,
And then once they
so
made the playoffs, I'm like, where's the alcohol?
Yeah, no more gym for me.
yeah. You get back into the gym after not going for a while. It is brutal.
After a year?
Yeah.
It really, really hurts.
That was not fun.
I had a 3-mile run today, and I was like, my legs feel so heavy.
Ari
I
says,
would make it like 3 steps.
agree with Eric, F the Cubs.
Woo!
Eric, TJ is a sports nihilist. It means I don't really root for anybody.
That's fair.
It means that he is.
Jenna said only
Quite-
baseball in this chat. 100%.
What?
100%. Only
What?
baseball
Yeah,
in
TJ,
this chat.
can you do it? No. is
Eric
the
says,
answer.
sorry, my bad. So how about them Rockies?
That's right. No, just kidding.
We've been
Eric.
like
You can
pursuing
talk
this
about
for
it
like
real.
months. Like ever since I met you, I'm like, we should talk about the Rockies. No.
It's literally what
Everyone
we
in Colorado hates the
destroyed
Rockies.
some of his daily shows by just asking him for more baseball
More
information.
Rockies. I just want Rockies.
So I took a disagreeableness, an agreeableness test, like to determine how agreeable or disagreeable of a person you
Are
are.
you like 99%
I am.
disagreeable?
I'm very close to being like
100%.
absolute, like, disagreeable.
Yeah. That does not surprise me. That's
The test told me I'm a compassionate person though, so that's what really holds me back. From
Just
being
not towards
100%.
children. I'm sure we can find the video of you talking about children and how they're a
little demons.
nuisance and a demon.
Oh, they're little monsters. I don't understand why.
He
they're-
wants one, you guys.
He
Why?
wants a
one of
kid.
these.
He talked about wanting a kid, and 5 minutes later was like, children are
little
terrible.
I don't understand why they're allowed in society. Look,
Then why do you want one?
they're just
Don't
little
bring it
He
heathens.
thinks his will be better.
Oh,
It will
Almora
be.
with a great hit to center field. Blackman passing the ball into second base. He'll get a base hit off that. I'm telling you, Albert Almora is going to be difficult for us. He is tough, especially on the fielding end. I did not expect him to bat so well, but
I'm going to call it right now. He's about to get out on a double play.
all right.
I'm going to say it right now, double play.
I like it. I like it.
I think Freeland needs to get out of this inning quick to just keep
He
that pitch
absolutely
count
does.
low.
Yeah. So we're at pitch 22 for Freeland.
And I don't know if he can go past 60 pitches this game. And he's got to
Probably
keep his pitch
tired.
count low.
Freeland's 9-1 since the All-Star break.
He has been, and his ERA is the best, I think, in Coors Field. Yep, here's the.
Oh, nice chopper and
Oh,
double play.
No double play. Doesn't make it to first.
Doesn't make it to first.
Doesn't
How do
even
you?
throw it.
He didn't throw it. Would he freak out that Freeland wouldn't get there?
No, I think that.
There was no one at first.
Yeah, what happened was, what's his face came off the bag. Desi comes off the bag at the wrong
So he
time.
comes
That's
off the
not
bag.
the first time this has happened. Oh,
I don't know why he just didn't turn around, tag him, and then go tag first.
Because we're talking about Desmond.
$70 million effort right there, guys.
Great guy. Really great guy. Gosh.
Really rich guy.
Gives
Doesn't even
so
try
much to
that hard.
charity.
Mm.
Gives so much back to children.
If he could give more on the
especially-
field,
Could
Who
give
gives a
us
lot to charity?
Desmond. Me and Desmond actually won the Jackie Robinson Award because he
Good for him.
we,
for him.
because of
Yeah,
how
he
much
looked
he
good.
gives to charity.
Fair
Wilson
enough.
Contreras. All right.
that should have been a double play.
Should have been. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Boy, Freeland looks like a child.
Guys, tag your friends in this video.
Isn't
if
he
you know
like
anybody who
23?
likes-
Yeah.
He is a child. I mean, aren't
Absolutely.
you like a decade older than him?
Strike there, called. Contreras does not
I'm
like
pretty
that
sure
call. He thought it was too
Holiday is.
low.
Holiday's probably 2 decades older.
Contreras
I'm talking
now
about
Holiday's in
TJ.
arguing with the
Born in 80.
umpire.
Born in 80. Wow.
Yeah.
Who was?
You?
Matt Holiday was born
86.
in 1980.
You're born in 86?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Holiday is much older. Trying to think.
It's okay.
Of who-
She thinks I'm young, and I'm pretty sure she's a year older
I
I'm
remember
older
when
than
I
you.
was
Hey.
by like 6 months.
No. I actually don't remember.
I remember there was a time in college where I was dating this girl, and I found out
So proud of
2
you.
weeks in that she was born in the 90s, and it freaked me
And-
out.
Oh, thanks.
It really freaked me out. I'm like, that's too young.
Too young, huh?
I feel weird. We have to break up.
I
I-
did have a moment where I found out someone hadn't seen a movie that I grew up with, and I definitely may have not ever texted them again.
Chris is asking, did you ever find the Lady Gaga tweet? It's out there. I don't know where it is, but it's
My
a big
movie
tweet.
nerd is coming out. Lady Gaga, she won't win, but she will definitely get nominated for an Oscar for A Star Is Born.
Yeah.
And I think Bradley Cooper will either win Best Director or Best Actor.
I
That's just
cannot
my movie
figure
knowledge.
out why-
Have you seen the movie?
I have not, but
How can you say that if
because
you haven't
I'm
seen the
telling
movie?
just by looking at the trailers, you can tell. Which is
Okay.
why I,
Oh,
Get it,
that
get it,
was
get it, get it, get it.
Oh, good
Blackman
grab,
grabs
Blackman.
it.
oh, look at the
Well,
throw.
throw to first. What a throw.
I'm just telling you right now, you can just tell by the trailer for those kind of movies. One, it's going to be the most depressing movie.
It's very
So-
easy. Very easy to tell.
It's easy tell.
If my mom's still watching, Mom, will you tag Aunt Bobby and Uncle Bob in this? I was trying to, but it won't let me.
Oh, Cheryl A. Garcia says liars are the worst. I think she's
That's
talking
my
about
mom.
you.
I'm not.
So you
I
are still
haven't
watching,
lied
huh?
about anything. I don't know what you're guys.
Hopefully
are
my
talking
dad isn't watching because he'll probably post the same thing.
Yes. I was
agree
a
that
bit
liars
of
are
a
the
little
worst.
liar when I was
Liars.
a child.
about. Actually, I think
Tell the
Hitler's
truth
the
about
worst,
that.
but I mean, liars are bad.
And he was kind of a liar, like a public speaking liar.
I think
He was so charismatic that he
I think
convinced
he was a
people.
crazy person.
to do horrible
I don't know if
things.
he was an interest. Okay, we're getting into weird territory right now. We should go back to baseball.
I mean, we don't really need
get
to
to
debate
Hitler.
whether or not Hitler was a liar. It's just like
But he was.
Here's David Bodie. Went to Erie High School for
That's correct.
2 years. I think he left his junior year.
Bodie actually debuted here in Denver this season.
Yep.
That was a pretty cool game to be at.
It's weird seeing him playing because I can just only picture him from high school. And that's all I'll say on that.
Bodie. Booty.
Let's see. Kyle Freeland, 1-1 count.
Freeland's in good shape here. He's looked solid. He's put a couple of runners on. That's not a big problem. I think he's all right.
TJ just has an impossible amount of things. By the way.
Yeah.
Is that someone's gym bag?
It's my fault.
That's TJ's backpack.
That's your backpack.
Randomly, yeah, he's like still in high school.
Eric thought I was 40.
No, I did.
Eric.
But Eric, you too.
So weird. I thought TJ was 40. Never would have thought I was older than him. Really? You thought I was 40? I do not.
Oh, they're saying now it's darker than last night as well. Also,
Oh.
I thought you were 40.
I don't understand how that's possible.
Only because of Jena. You're the one who said he was real old.
Yeah.
No, because he behaves like an old man.
Oh, okay.
I
TJ,
do not. I do
yes,
not
he will. Remember
behave
when we were at lunch
like
that
an
one
old
time
man.
and he was doing old man things?
You kind of were. You're like, oh, I can't have
I
one
can't
more.
do that. I can't
My
have
body won't
fun.
handle this.
My body can't handle the gym anymore. It's not my fault. My legs.
And
are so
Freeland just got
tiny.
out of the inning with a strikeout.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to try to fix the lighting situation. You guys keep talking.
Talking about baseball?
Yeah, we are going to talk about
That's
baseball, and
all
I'll
we're
finally be
gonna
on my
talk
good side. So there's that. Good luck coming. This is a very tiny setup, so we're so sorry that it is so
We're in the
small
corner.
and that you can't see anything. And let's see. It's about to get really bright, so just
Yeah, I'm
endure the
kind of
the
like preparing, just
light.
like look this way and
Yeah, it's going to be
kind
very,
of-
very bright. I'm trying to think of people to invite to watch this show because I do know a lot of people who love sports, but I don't know very many people who love the Rockies as much as you and I do. That's why we specifically invited Patrick onto the show because he actually really genuinely loves the Rockies. Tragically, we never hit a game together.
we didn't. But
It's
if
too
they
bad.
make the playoff, or if they make the actual playoffs,
we have got
we're
to go
going to
a
game
game.
3.
Oh my God, we have got to be at a game.
Especially you're a Brewers
Absolutely.
fan. I'll cheer for the Rockies.
Okay. Well, with the comments, I am not a Brewers fan, but I think the Brewers have a fantastic team set up this season. I just think that the Brewers are due one as well. That's why, Brewers
They blew
A's,
their chance. They blew their
Where?
chance
At what point?
when they had to play the Astros before the Astros made it against the White Sox. This is back when the Astros were still a NL team, so that probably would have been 2007, 2006.
Okay.
The Brewers had a great chance, stacked team.
Okay.
I mean, those guys knew how to hit. They had decent pitching, and the Astros beat them, and then the Astros got swept by the White Sox.
Well, I think they have a great team again. In 07, if that was an 07 year, there was just no way they were going to make it past the Rockies in 07. Come on. I got my 07 World Series jersey signed by my 07 Rockies. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I have a baseball cap as well signed by the 07 Rockies.
That was a rough year because that was the year that if the Red Sox and Indians, one of them had just swept the other, I think the Rockies win that game, but that huge delay because they went 6 games, I think
Right,
that
it was the
really
Red
hurt.
Sox. Yeah.
I was really hoping it would be the Indians, not because, one, I thought the Rockies could beat them easier, but
Totally.
I just thought it'd be cool if the two
That is
poorest
right.
teams in the MLB played against each
Look
other.
at how bright we are.
I know.
Madre mia. Well, maybe we'll TJ.
I mean,
will
look
fix
at
it when he
me.
comes back.
I mean, I have the big red
Translucent,
beard.
Translucent. Yes, he's. I am not that white though. That is
No,
really
you
white.
are not.
I'm pretty brown. Okay, but the screen is not showing.
If you were here, you could
the
tell that she is
brownness.
brown, and
Yeah.
I'm
proud of my brown.
not proud of my white. And now I'm blind because I look directly at that light bulb.
Hey, send us your guys' thoughts about what you think, your prediction, end of score. How many innings do you think Freeland will throw? How many innings do you think Lester will throw? Will they hit anybody? Think there's going to be a hit?
Maybe one, but not by these guys. I think one of the
Not by the
relievers,
starting pitchers.
probably Chicago's reliever,
Yep.
because
it's
I
possible.
don't think they're that good.
It's possible. Let's see. We have some new
This is a
comments
big
here.
inning. I mean, of course, Freeland starting, but then you get Charlie, you got DJ. We got comments.
1982, what up? 1982
Right
here
now.
too, barely. My birthday's October 14th. Right.
Good year.
December 20th. Much better. Thank you for tagging Jorge.
Jorge.
Thanks for tagging JD.
What's up, Jorge?
Nice job.
If it's the Jorge Alonso I know, It's good to hear from you.
It's a bit bright.
It is.
I look
and
pale.
Freeland just struck out. You look pale.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It could be translucent. That's
It could be like a beard floating in the air.
Send us your predictions, you guys.
I want to hear it.
Freeland's, the thing that I was surprised about was the choice in pitching. I was surprised that they chose Marquez for yesterday and not today. Freeland's more consistent. But Marquez has pitched better against the Dodgers, which is what I think was the end-all factor, kind of.
But he's so young.
They're the same age, 23.
I think Marquez last year was kind of like they weren't sure if they really wanted to play him or not. And then this year he's kind of been the guy, but Freeland to me has been the guy.
Right. Freeland has about 2 years on him that he's had 2 consistent years.
Yeah.
Last year obviously not as great as this year because John Gray was actually
the guy last year.
Better last year.
Yeah.
But this year, Freeland has been very consistent. But
And John Gray has been, I don't know what to say.
We just shouldn't say anything.
We shouldn't.
At all.
John Gray
That's what
is.
my mom told me. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. And that's why I'm going to bite my tongue.
But you're talking about John Gray?
Yeah.
I am worried about John Gray in the playoffs. Oh, there's Charlie. It gets down.
Fall.
There we go.
Gonna drop
so
right
he
there.
is now
Base hit for Charlie.
8 of 10 his last 10 at-bats.
Wow. And the first at-bat, he got a double. No,
Yep.
he got a single, right, as well?
Single, and
Single
then
and
the ground
here,
rule double. That, honestly, in my opinion, that's why I hate the stadium. That should have been a triple and a run.
It's just silly.
And that changes the game a little bit because then Nolan, and maybe Nolan doesn't pop out, but if Nolan pops out with DJ on third now, then we're up 2-0. And it'll feel a little better than this 1-0 lead with a pretty good Cubs batting out.
Send us who you guys have for the World Series matchup. Love to hear your World Series matchup. If you are a faithful baseball watcher, we definitely want to hear from you.
Sorry to the football faithful watchers.
Hey, you can be a football faithful, but
You could do football and baseball and basketball.
Yeah.
And maybe a little hockey, I know a lot of people are excited on Thursday because the Avs have their first game against the Wild. And that's a huge game for fans here.
One.
But this is where I like having Lester. He's not doing well against DJ. He's not doing well against Charlie. And then if DJ can get on or even advance Charlie, you got Nolan.
Yeah, I mean Nolan had a rough September, but I feel like his last few games he's ended strong.
Oh yeah, especially this past weekend. I know yesterday was rough. He hit his home run in the 9th, but I think he's due this game. This is the game where he's going to come out.
That would be awesome for him. Oh, Nolan actually has Charlie's safe at first. He's creeping off base there.
A little too much.
Contreras trying to catch him. Contreras wearing a very cool pads tonight representing Venezuela, his home country. It's pretty cool if you ask me. Ooh, that was a close.
That was close.
That
That was closer than it looked.
His hands on. Yeah.
If Zobrist is safe, we're
His
safe.
hands on, his
He
hands
was kind of off, but he's good. He's good.
Yeah. So, what was I telling you before that? I lost my train of thought with that.
We were talking about
It really
Contreras'
stressed me out. Prior to that, we were talking about something else. Oh, a moth. Moth made it into the video. If you want to be on the video, on camera, you want to talk about sports, come out to Henry's Tavern. We got tons of space out here. You get a free appetizer. You can download it in our events tab. It's on the event. Henry's has really good food.
They have a good beer selection.
And a great beer selection. Not better than Oscar Blues.
And I just came from there, and that's where I had my meal.
So,
and then I came over here. I got some wings, got a beer,
yeah.
had some crawdaddy jalapenos.
Whoa.
I feel good. And
Crawdaddy
now, of course, I'm
jalapenos.
drinking whiskey.
Of course. Jenny Kavanaugh was posting earlier about getting to see the 3 of these guys out there, getting to work with them today, A-Rod.
Oh, wow.
And the whole ESPN team. And, the whole time I was thinking, Jenny's a pretty good team. I like Jenny a lot.
Like Jenny.
I like Jenny.
Would that be something you would want to do?
Oh, heck yeah. I would love to do something like that.
If I was to do it for a sport, I would want to do it for football.
Oh, no, I would definitely do it for baseball.
Oh.
Get more games, longer season.
True. Strike 3.
DJ.
Well, Nolan's got to do something.
He's got 5.
He's got 5 strikeouts.
Huh? He's got 41 pitches though. We're only in the 3rd.
That's key. I think Nolan's got to get him to 45 minimum.
Right. I'm gonna keep his pitch count high. Get some foul balls. Make him pitch to you. Make him pitch 5, 6 pitches.
Or if the first pitch is down the middle, hit the home run.
Sure. Gosh, heck, if it's down the middle.
If it's down the middle, take that yard. We need a home run right now. And see, I think Lester he's acknowledging that the Rockies have a lot of power, that the Rockies can get hits. And he's kind of staying away. I mean, a lot of his first pitches have been balls, especially on these bigger hitters.
I'm trying to find our video and invite people to it. If you guys...
I see Jorge invited quite a few people. Jeff said hi. Hi, Jeff.
Live videos can't play in the browser. To see this video, watch it on the Facebook app. Wow! You have to watch it on the Facebook app.
Have to watch it. What are you trying to go through the internet?
I was trying to go through the internet because the Facebook app won't let you invite people to watch. So that kind of sucks.
I did notice that. Oh, get down. Oh, just foul.
Oh, I was saying it would be a great night for Arenado to just have a breakout game.
Oh.
Look at that haircut. Man, he's looking good. That's a nice haircut. I actually know the barber for the Rockies.
For the Rockies?
Yeah.
How much is he?
Well, he actually cuts in the stadium, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the guys just pay him. I'm pretty sure the guys just pay him what they think. But obviously they're nice rates. But
we got
TJ
TJ back to see Nolan's
Chewy with the haircut.
Nolan's going to hit a home run right here.
I'm off camera. I'm off camera. You guys are better for the camera. I'm over here. I'm taking a nice seat. Very easy. That was a very
easy out.
Easy
Nolan's
out.
family is at the game today, which is why it would be a very nice time. He also has a group of friends that just follow him through the playoffs.
Okay.
So they were here, and then they went to LA yesterday. Now they're in Chicago. Hey, if you're Nolan Arenado's friend,
you're going to all those
follow
games
him during the playoffs at the least. You can't make every game, but you can make the playoffs.
I wonder if Nolan's superstitious, like when it's, a certain friend shows up, if he's like, hey man, we really need to win tomorrow, so I can't have you coming to the game. I'm superstitious. I refuse to go to games at the end of the season.
So Nolan Arenado is clearly the best third baseman in baseball, right?
Third baseman, yes, hands down.
He is the best third baseman in baseball. Defensively, I don't know if I've seen a third baseman who's as good as he is in quite some time. I mean, he's way up there. He could. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't at least thought about switching him to shortstop at any point.
Someone actually pointed that out of why Trevor plays short and Nolan plays third. The footwork of Nolan is so choppy and poor that he can't make those moves side to side.
Because the lateral.
Yes. Whereas Trevor has the good, that footwork that allows him to go side to side to make those moves. That he's always going to be the shortstop. Then what I found out is I guess the Rockies have a guy in their AAA who is a fantastic shortstop, and I don't know when he'll come up.
When Trevor Story's not dominating, he's actually one of the Hank Aaron finalists, MLB finalists. Chris Bennett wants to know, ¿Dónde está TJ? Thank you, Chris, for the Spanish, first of all.
I'm right here. I'm down here.
We don't care where he is.
TJ in the bathroom watching football.
Yeah, is TJ in the bathroom watching football? Yes, he is.
He's actually watching Kansas City highlights only.
He's literally just watching different pitches different throws by
Patrick Mahomes.
Lefty throws, righty throws.
Oh, yeah, the lefty throw looking like Eli.
Two-handed throws.
That was a terrible play. I don't understand why people are so excited about that throw.
It looked like it was planned. That's impressive. If it's planned,
it wasn't planned. It
that's
didn't
impressive.
look planned.
Okay, it was not planned.
That's what a lot of people are saying. That it was a planned play.
Yeah, those people are idiots.
No, the planned play was Cortland Sutton supposed to pitch that ball backwards, and I mean, because you could tell because they had the perfect block on the outside. It was going to be a touchdown.
Right.
And, I mean, just talk about just a blown play there.
Maybe, maybe not. Hey.
What I was going to say is, if you asked, I don't know, any major team's fan base, who's a better third baseman, Nolan Arenado or their third baseman? Like, if you did that with the Cubs, who do you think they'd say?
Cubs would probably sit there, though, and try to.
They would say Chris Bryant.
They would say Chris Bryant, but they would say it's a toss-up. They would probably give you the toss-up.
They'd say toss-up? I don't think they would. I think they'd say definitively it's Chris Bryant. They would say
but that's total
Nolan Arenado.
Bullshit. That is total.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that clearly
crap.
Arenado is the best third baseman in baseball. Clearly. No one can really debate that he's the best third baseman in baseball.
And yet they do. So,
but you can debate that Trevor Story being the best shortstop.
Wow.
I would debate that.
I would say Trevor Story has a lot. Yeah, there's a lot more competition as shortstop. You have.
But see, it's funny what Patrick mentioned about Arenado's feet, because Derek Jeter. If you ask any Yankees fan, they'll say Derek Jeter's the best shortstop ever
of all time.
El Capitan. And Jeter's mobility is shit, or was. It was terrible.
It was terrible.
It was really, really bad. He couldn't move.
He couldn't, no.
At all. At any point in his career.
There's another strikeout by Freeland.
Even when he was, quote-unquote, young and spry, he couldn't move. He had no range as a shortstop.
He was able to make plays when the team needed plays. And, I mean...
And he was randomly at home plate in a World Series game. And so...
Yeah. I think the only guy that I would sit there and say he's second to Nolan, I won't say he's better than Nolan, but he's second to Nolan, is Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman, maybe not defensively as much as Nolan, but just hitting. The guy just gets on base, knows what his team needs, and he makes plays for them. I don't think defensively anyone is like Nolan. You don't have Nolans out there.
All right, I'm going to hand this headset to Connor Cape. He's going to get in with you guys. Voice of the Colorado Rapids, a professional play-by-play man here, is jumping on as he was with us last night for Monday Night Football.
Ooh, nice, Freeland. That's 2 outs.
We're in the bottom of the third. And
we're in the bottom of the third.
Freeland with another out.
It's going pretty well.
It's not going bad.
They're not hitting Lester like you'd like to see, but
they're not getting hit. And
Freeland's not getting hit. Anytime you're up 1-0 in a single game elimination, you're doing okay.
I am literally
She's as far as she can go.
Any farther. TJ's constantly.
We
trying to
look
push
like
me
we're
out of
taking a
the frame.
picture for the Three Stooges.
I cannot go any farther, and TJ is trying to push me farther. I just want everyone to please. You're watching this live. There's no. Okay. He can't even lie about it.
Look all right. I just gotta dip in here to the left a little bit.
We got a box.
Get underneath that ad.
Box in the
view. Side view.
There we go.
A little profile, yeah.
A little profile view.
I'm thinking my prediction's looking really good right now. That 3-2.
2-1.
I was thinking 2-1.
4.5 innings.
I'm saying, he might go more. He's just looking so good right now. He's only at 40 pitches through 3.
That's the
thinking,
less
than Lester.
With these single elimination games, the first sign of trouble, you hook your starter.
Okay.
But nobody's been in trouble.
Lester a little bit in the first.
He got through it.
And he got through with 2 strikeouts. I'm curious to see what's going to happen after the 4th inning. And there it is. Got a nice little pop out.
I think once we get through Freeland and Lester, I think that's when the game's going to open up.
And get that kind of that 8-5 score.
I'm actually worried about that exact thing because our bullpen has just been a definite weak spot for the Rockies throughout the entire season. There maybe was 1 or 2 weeks in there that have been strong.
The thing about the bullpen is it's the front half of the bullpen that's problematic.
Right.
When you get to the 8th and 9th inning, I have full confidence
in Ottavino and Wade Davis.
It's Scott Oberg, a little
Oberg, McGee.
It's the front half. It's the front half.
Musgrave's I think Musgrave has played very well for having his first call up. I think he's done a pretty good job. He hasn't done anything phenomenal, but he hasn't done anything terrible either.
I'd rather put DJ in than put in McGee ever again.
Oh my gosh! Or what's the other guy's name?
Pounders.
Pounders. God, Brooks Pounders.
I didn't even know his
Brooks
first name. I
Pounders.
just knew that he looked like he weighed a lot, and his name
He's a
was
pounder.
Pounders.
There was a game a couple years ago where he was with the Detroit Tigers, and they also had, I think, Doug Fister at the same time.
Oh,
Alright.
wow.
And they went from Pounders to Fister.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow. That is. Talk about just being able to put that out there for the joy of the fans.
I think they did it on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
Absolutely.
you know,
And
we're
you
winning
know
by
what?
12.
I would expect that from
Pounders comes
From
out.
Detroit.
Fister comes in. Detroit, Trash City. That's right.
folks. Hey, my
That's
family's from Detroit, so watch yourself.
Sorry.
I'm
Trash
sorry.
City. Yeah, sorry.
Chris Bennett wants to know, where's the giant pretzel tonight? I think that's directed to you, sir.
Oh,
You had a giant pretzel?
I had a giant pretzel
Giant.
last night, but today I went for the buffalo chicken pizza dippers.
Holy crap. He didn't share that with us.
No, I
Wow.
ate them at the bar by myself because
Yeah.
I didn't want to share.
Oh, smart. Yeah,
Right.
if you brought it over here.
Right. it would've been
Wait,
gone.
is that an appetizer?
I don't know.
Oh, I was
Maybe we
going to
should
say,
find
because you
out.
can get a free app
Could have got that for
here.
free.
at Henry's if you come in and download our little coupon. It doesn't matter. It's not a Broncos game. We have a deal with Henry's. If you download our coupon, you can get a free app. So definitely come in if you can. Mahomes' pregame throw last night has gone
Who?
viral. Mahomes.
Mahomes. Who's Mahomes?
That's Patrick Mahomes.
Why is he
Who?
Mahomes?
He's a Mahomie.
I hope he's a broken
I
leg.
don't have to drink if I talk about him. Only TJ has to drink for
Let's
talking
just
about
call
him.
him Mahomes.
Let's
It
just
says
call him.
Mahomes.
Let's just stick
Broken
to
leg.
Mahomes.
It says Mahomes.
He is the
I'm-
next star of the NFL.
Nick Foles.
He's Nick Foles is Nick Foles
He
is
went
that,
15-1.
Nick Foles is that 2 steps better than Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ooh,
He's just got that little extra oomph that Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't
a
have.
little. I don't know.
If
When
you put,
Fitzpatrick came out with the Deshaun Jackson outfit, I lost my mind.
if you put Ryan Fitzpatrick on the Eagles last year, they may not win the Super Bowl. So Nick Foles, and like I said, I think he's just got that little extra tier
To win one game,
to win that
maybe
one
2.
game. Yeah, but I think Fitzpatrick, they're similar guys.
Oh, that's it.
See.
Get
Ah,
off the wall. See,
everything is just hitting that warning track.
Yeah. We need to get one over that warning track.
which is dumb
Let's
because
just wait till David Dahl has another at bat.
Tiny
He's only had
stadium.
one.
I think David Dahl is up right now.
Well, perfect. Top of
So,
the 4th. is
let's see if your
1-0
prediction is right.
Rockies.
the Rockies have that warning
David
track
Dahl.
power.
My prediction is David Dahl
They do.
will get a home run
Which would
Tonight?
help my prediction.
Tonight.
Just at any point.
at any point.
That's not a bold prediction. You have to call it on the pitch. You have to
Oh,
say,
come on.
this is the pitch.
You
No
did
one's-
call it last week on the Case Keenum throw.
Interception. That was impressive, but that's not prediction required.
I know we got Matt Holliday up, and then I believe David Dahl is the third batter this inning.
That is a lot of eye black on black men.
Well, at this point, he's mostly beard and mullet.
And chugging
In-
what looked like Pepto-Bismol.
Could have been Pedialyte.
Yeah, it could have been Pedialyte.
That's the good
Athletes-
stuff.
Athletes are big on Pedialyte.
I
Well,
love
here's the thing.
Pedialyte.
They had they went to, after the game here in Colorado, they went straight to LA,
Okay.
same night. I almost got on the plane, too. It was going to be a little expensive, so I didn't do it. Then they go straight from LA last night to Chicago.
Nice. That's big. There you go, Matt
Getting on
Holliday.
base, Matt Holliday.
We got some weird comments here now. Well,
Let's
first,
see.
Charlie Strong was the coach at Texas. He called Mahomes Mahomies.
I don't
Oh,
like it.
That's weird, and Charlie Strong isn't coaching anymore, so
Is that why Charlie Strong got fired? It could be. We may never know the real reason. That could be it.
could be that. And then, who's the hot ginger beard? Thank you, Keith. I
where
appreciate
do you
it.
see this? I don't see this coming.
Right there and right there.
Ah.
Is Keith your boyfriend?
He is. He's a really nice guy. Cuddles
How
me
long
because
have you guys been going out?
Keith, how long have we known each other? 9 years? 10 years?
Oh.
15 years?
Wow, that's a long time. I pretty much only make it 8 months.
I
Been a
usually
weird
don't even.
cutoff.
I usually don't even make it that long.
Thank you.
I'm a 1
Well,
month.
you got 15 years with this guy, so
Yeah, he's left me on and off
I see. It's an open one.
every other month,
Love him and leave him.
and that's what happens.
He treats you like a professional athlete.
He
treats
does,
girls.
yes.
Oh.
Brings
He
you
just
Pedialyte.
as long as he doesn't treat me like Chris Anderson, then I'm okay. Is that too soon for Colorado?
Might have been,
Not too soon.
might have been too soon.
How about Kobe? That's still
Hey,
too soon.
8 was the bad guy. 24 was pretty good.
I love how he got both his numbers retired.
Yes. Did Jordan get that? I don't even think Jordan got that.
No.
Jordan got called out for, 45 isn't the real Jordan, and the next year he wore 23 and made the entire Orlando Magic team basically his bitch. Especially Shaq.
Helps when you're good at basketball.
It does, yes.
Top of the fourth. Looks like we got a player on second. 1 out. 51 pitches for Leicester.
Yeah, the dude
You got
just hit a
Desmond
double.
up.
Desmond is up.
Ian Desmond, the most attractive Rocky.
That's debatable.
And
Tell us who you think the most attractive Rocky is. I would not
Nolan
agree
Arenado.
with Desmond being the most attractive Rocky.
Nolan Arenado's got a baby face with a patchy beard.
Some
True.
people like baby faces.
Some people like patchy
who's
beards.
Who's the most attractive Rocky?
I'd say Sensatella.
Wow.
What?
Sensatella.
All right. I don't think I've ever looked at him
Have
and
you
just
had
seen what
your
he looks like.
eyes, have you been to the eye doctor?
I have.
Like, you might need contacts. You might need
Ooh.
corrective lenses.
Ian Desmond is not that attractive to me, but I do shout out to my friend JP, who is
Hey,
madly.
TJ, is Ian Desmond
I like that
super
you're
attractive?
kind of
In
half
love.
off the camera.
I know. I'm
you
totally
can
off the
probably
camera.
scoot this way and be back on the camera.
This way.
That might help.
Totally.
We're
off.
kind of just like,
It's a good 2.5 person tandem here.
yeah.
Chris says, I guess they just want Jena out of the picture. Chris, it's my everyday. It's at least every Monday.
David who?
I think you're
I don't know
overreacting.
who that is.
Me?
There's nowhere for me to run.
But they always kick me out of the picture.
I did notice that
They
is
do.
that he does. TJ never. He doesn't want to share the camera.
TJ in particular.
TJ's over here telling me that Ian Desmond looks like all these guys from these network TV shows that nobody watches.
Oh yeah, is it on Netflix?
Hey,
All
Stranger
people
Things
watch.
is great.
Yeah, if it's not on
It's not-
Netflix,
it's not
then we're not
Netflix.
going to know it.
Oh,
He's
if
the
it's
voice.
not
Talking about-
Netflix.
he's talking about
This is
Prison Break.
Some of
he's
his
talking
old
about,
people tendencies.
Oh,
Talks about
Oh.
shows nobody
What was the other
knows,
show you said?
people
Prison-
nobody knows.
Bones. He said
Mr.
Bones.
Rogers. Who's that?
David. That's exactly. He said David Boreanaz. I think it's
Oh.
the handsome guy from Bones. He must be the main
Handsome
character.
guy from Bones.
Who's he's the
Hi,
cop
Lou, thanks
with
for
Zoe
watching.
Deschanel's
Woo!
sister.
Let's
right?
go Rocks.
Let's go, Rocks. All
Yeah.
right, this is a big at bat.
Come on,
we need
Desmond.
something here from Desmond.
That's a,
Oh my gosh.
That's bull. That was a terrible call.
Ugh.
Wow!
I want to see this bar like it was when the Broncos are playing, where people are screaming bloody murder at the TV,
Oh heck no.
but
These
no one will
people-
do that.
These people don't like the Rockies like they like the Broncos.
Which is also bull. I was
Which
just
is
saying,
like TJ.
Josh Dover told me that he couldn't come to tonight's broadcast because he'd rather watch preseason Nuggets basketball than watch the Rockies.
When was the last time the Nuggets made the playoffs?
Josh Dover's a big basketball.
Oh no, but
nerd guy.
I'm a huge basketball fan, and I still know that preseason Nuggets is not better.
I haven't
than
even
wild
gotten
card
into
Rockies.
football because the Rockies have a chance to be
Right, they
a
have
playoff team.
chance.
So it's okay to do multiple sports at once, y'all. I've
Absolutely, it's
traveled
okay.
with a professional sports team
And you're
calls
here.
And keep up on the
games.
other one.
And I keep up with
Exactly.
college football, NFL,
What's
Major
up with
League
your
Baseball.
homie Josh?
Josh Dover? I don't know.
Here we go, David Dahl.
I don't know.
Is this the home run
You
at
have- you have
bat?
to
It would be
call it- You have
nice.
to call it on the pitch here, Jenna, or else it doesn't count.
First pitch, home run. Is that going to be it? Oh, nope.
He was swinging for it.
First.
Well, Rockies still up
Wow.
1-0, bottom
Come
of the
on, fam.
fourth.
1-0.
Rizzo, Baez, and Alamora.
That was a shitty call. Gosh. It was clearly outside.
Robot umps now.
Ooh, I would like robot umps.
Yeah, we just said we want robot umps, and TJ's like, no. Then they'll complain about the box. TJ?
I might still complain about the box.
I mean, that's true. It's just one more thing to complain about, but I'm a fan of automating as much as you can in sports. I love how football uses still the chain gang, but we can use lasers. Come on.
Yeah.
We're at that point.
Yeah.
Billion-dollar businesses coming down to guys holding chains.
And we know they mess that up more times than not. I still don't know how we don't just always have a camera just straight down the line following the football.
There's no space in the stadium for it. Where would you put it?
Drone.
You'd have to keep the drone even with it, though. That's really hard.
Or we put
Have
a camera
robot
high enough.
manage the drone.
You need to put chips.
We could get Robo
Have a
Mike to do it.
computer.
You need to put
Man-
chips in
yes.
the balls.
Robo Mike is not here today, joining us
Nuggets
at halftime.
Beat the Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers. Oh, is the new Mr. Rogers movie next year? And then the Nuggets beat the Lakers a few days ago. No one cares about your record in preseason. Pretty sure the Lions went 4-0 in a preseason and finished 1-15. Or 0-16. Either way, they were horrible.
You're going to talk about basketball. I'm just going to zone out.
Zone out of basketball?
So you're not a fan of basketball. So you don't keep up with basketball, but you keep up with 2 other sports.
We didn't have the NBA where I grew up.
Right.
Where's that?
I remember.
Seattle?
City.
Ah.
So
I was born in Seattle. We had a team for a little bit.
I was just there over the weekend. Nice spot.
It can be.
A lot of homeless people.
A lot of homeless people, a lot of rain.
Didn't rain. It was sunny the whole time. We were there.
That is, wow, you got like 50 of the 365 days that it can.
All right, guys, I'm
Be
going to let
sunny.
TJ back on the broadcast because he
Wants
looks
to
like
talk
he misses
baseball?
it, and I'm going to let him in for a second.
It looks like he wants
I
you to come
really
talk
don't
to him.
want to.
Or a hug.
You want a hug?
So you want to show your legs? How are we doing that, by the way?
That was a terrible call.
Yes, it
It
was.
a terrible,
All right, I'm
no
going to move in the
good,
corner now.
very bad call, and
Fireable
it was
offense.
horse shit.
I do not know where she put my drink, but it disappeared.
I think I may have actually
Hidden it?
grabbed your drink on accident.
Thank
That's
you.
my fault. Sorry
Drink
about
thief.
that. I didn't. I just grabbed it, and then I realized it wasn't mine.
We got the same drink. It's okay.
Yeah. Seriously. Bullshit. That call.
That's kind of been this game a little bit. I mean, I know it's the Cubs Stadium, that's the rule, but the fact that ball got stuck, I mean, it should be 2-0. Nolan pops out. That would probably drive DJ to home, and we got a
Sure.
2-0 ball game.
Sure.
And now we got Freeland at 41 pitches in 4 innings.
That's good. Look, I think that he's.
I just take him out before the third time through the order.
I think you could really get a lot out of him through 5.
No.
Anything after that is just
No.
that's anybody's guess.
Forget the innings, Mark. Just take him out when he reaches third time through the order.
Because then they've seen him twice
So
over.
they've seen him twice, and math says that hitters get exponentially better third time through the order. When they've seen a pitcher
Yeah.
twice, the third time they get
Yeah.
exponentially better. So just pull him in. Just pull him in. Next time Zobrist comes up, yank him.
Yank him.
Have there been numbers on how good he is third time through the order?
There probably
There
are.
probably
but
is. I don't
know
have
them.
them
I
right
don't know.
now.
There definitely is. Teams track that stuff. Stat nerds, all that stuff.
Freeland has been giving up a lot of stuff just straight up the middle.
Yeah, a lot
But
of
as long as they're shifted into it, and they have been except for maybe the first inning,
Yeah.
it's not hurting them right now.
It's a lot of good even contact though, and if somebody gets under one, it's gone.
Well, nobody's swinging at the high stuff and nobody's swinging at the low stuff for Freeland. They just showed the heat map on the hits for him. There's no one swinging on anything in the dirt. That is a team that has been in the playoffs before. Because if you looked at, especially early on in the innings, the Rockies were swinging at. They were chasing a lot of stuff outside the zone.
And those were their playoff guys. Those are
Yeah.
the guys who Matt Holliday swung at one in the dirt, and I was baffled by that. Ooh, that a weird hit. But this is where I like Freeland, because he's getting guys out by ground balls instead of going the whole pitch count with them.
Chris says the Nuggets beat the Lakers a few days ago.
Yeah,
That was. Did you guys?
preseason.
They showed that game on ESPN because LeBron was playing in Lakers.
Oh, okay.
uniform.
Yeah, I mean,
It was the Nuggets were on ESPN, the Broncos were on ESPN, and the Rockies were on ESPN, all within 30 hours of each other.
Right. And they all lost.
Right
well,
to
the,
him.
The Nuggets won.
I don't think he budged.
I think yesterday was one of the worst sports days in Denver sports history.
Sports history?
Sports history. Because you had a chance to do something you've never done before, win the division. Didn't happen.
Yep.
And then you got faced with your future. And your future was losing to Pat Mahomes.
They've been. That's
And
partially true.
No, all of it's true.
It's
They had a chance to win the division for the first time ever, and
Uh-huh.
they didn't do it. And
Right.
then they saw their future football-wise. Pat Mahomes is going to be their daddy for the next 10 to 12 years. It was one of the worst
I don't
days.
think he's going to be. I think people are going to get film on him. I mean, we're 4 games in, and everyone's talking about this guy is the greatest thing on earth.
It's not about film, though. It's about what his arm can do.
Do you remember Robert Griffin III?
Bob Griffin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob Griffin never had this arm talent.
He's pretty good. His
Bob
rookie
Griffin's
season,
never had this arm talent.
Andrew Luck did.
And
Andrew Luck also
Andrew
dominated
Luck-
his rookie
Andrew
year.
Luck is still a very good quarterback. He's just been plagued by, having one arm, basically.
Yep. And rotator cuff injury, I know very well about, is not a fun injury in any way.
It's interesting because the guys in the league who've been able to go downfield in college, who've got the really good arm strength, who play in those systems in the Big 12, they have really good rookie years.
Yes.
They come in and you're like, all right, how do we stop this? And then about like week 12, it stops, or something happens or
And
whatever it is.
It's Andy Reid.
And
It's Andy Reid. At the end of the
I
day,
think there are some things you just can't teach that Pat Mahomes has.
oh, of course, Pat
that's
Mahomes
true.
has one of the best arms, but teams are going to figure out how to disguise coverages.
It's not even arm strength with him. It's the play. It's the left-handed throw when Von Miller's about to sack him.
Well, Eli Manning did that too, and he does have two rings.
Manning has 2 rings.
He does. But I'm not going to sit there and say Eli Manning has the arm Peyton does.
Eli Manning is probably a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
Should
100%.
he be?
Yeah.
No,
He beat the Patriots twice.
but he probably will be.
he's not better than Phillip Rivers.
Philip Rivers should be a Hall of Famer.
He should be. But Phillip Rivers hasn't won jack.
Philip Rivers, it's so funny because he throws exactly like another guy who was a Hall of Famer but never won a Super Bowl.
Nobody throws like Philip Rivers.
Dan Marino.
No.
Marino?
No.
Weird throw.
No.
Weird
They were
throw.
weird
No,
throws.
Philip Rivers throws like
He
he's
throws
throwing
like-
a
yeah.
A shot put.
grenade.
It's a
Like,
shot put.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Marino at least had some over-the-top sort of motion.
Oh, yeah, his shot put was here.
He goes this instead
And
of
like
this.
You watch Philip Rivers. It's amazing that he hasn't had Tommy John surgery.
Because it's all in his elbow.
Because it's
Yeah.
all elbow torque.
Yeah.
But he's smart enough that he still throws his hips into it, and that alone helps that.
Well,
That
that's
does.
A guy, Matthew Stafford's going to have Tommy John surgery when his career ends because he does too many outside his arm throws.
That's how those tiny guys like Drew Brees. That's how where he gets his arm strength is from his core.
Oh, that's how you have to do it.
Nathaniel says, "Go Rockies."
Wait, Texas Tech.
Go to Rockies Nats or Rockies Pirates games. Then when I can on the East Coast. Hashtag Go Rockies.
Good
All right, Nathaniel.
All right.
Awesome. Very good.
Chris says Pat
Good to know.
Mahomes didn't win a lot at Texas Tech, but is the most talented Texas Tech QB of all time. Yeah, well, I mean, Texas Tech. Part of winning in college is you have to go to the right program first.
Wait.
And Texas Tech was never the right program to go to if you're going to win something.
I actually feel like this has been bad for Patrick Mahomes' development as a professional quarterback because it's going to give him a lot of security and confidence in his abilities.
I don't think yesterday did that though. I think yesterday he fought through adversity because in the first half he was bad. In the first half he was not
He
good.
was
And then
bad.
he overcame it on the road with a 10-point deficit in the fourth quarter.
So did Tim Tebow.
Yeah, but
But,
there's a
Tim
difference.
Tim Tebow never passed the eye test though.
No, of
Pat
course he
Mahomes
didn't.
passes the eye
Yeah,
test.
no, he does. I'm just saying there's a difference between fighting through adversity against the Denver Broncos,
Coaching staff, essentially.
Joe Woods being an idiot, and then their secondary being piss poor. I mean, he still threw for 300 yards.
Does Pat Mahomes play the Los Angeles Rams with the Ram? Is that in a couple weeks?
Mexico.
Is that going to be a game where if they have to leave, they have Peters, they have their full healthy defense? Can he win that game?
Oh, no
Of course he
chance.
can.
I don't think. I think that is where he gets exposed because
we're going to find out what he is on Sunday. They play the Jags on Sunday.
They play the Jags on Sunday, but the Jags and look, I do think that the Jags will win that game. I think Jacksonville's
that'll be
going
an interesting game.
they're going to win that game, and because that's
Jalen
by
Ramsey,
far the best defense.
AJ Boyle.
Yeah.
But Wade Phillips, you're trying to tell me Wade Phillips isn't going to
Why
know?
are we jumping ahead to the Rams game when we have a perfectly good Jaguars team? Right
Oh
in front of us?
no! Jacksonville's going to win.
Well,
that game.
because here's my only
But
issue with the Jacksonville.
What's he going to do against Jacksonville? Because
he's going to throw some picks.
I don't think it remains on him. It remains on what is Blake Bortles going to do because if the defense is on the field,
But I'm not talking about winning the game. I'm just talking about
He should have thrown at
evaluating-
least two against the Broncos.
talking
The
about
Broncos
just-
just didn't catch him.
I'm talking about just evaluating Pat Mahomes in a vacuum, regardless of win or lose, regardless of what the people around him do.
Right.
In a vacuum, his decision making.
Yeah.
5
is-
sacks, 2 interceptions.
Does he make a good throw? Does he miss the Demaryius Thomas throw that Case Keenum missed last night, or does he hit it? I'm not talking about the final score. I'm just talking about Pat Mahomes' performance in a vacuum. What's he going to do against the Jaguars? You say a couple picks, a couple sacks, 5 sacks?
5 sacks. because
Chiefs' offensive line isn't that
They
bad.
want he won't
It
have
was not
open
that.
receivers.
Like I know the Jags' defensive line is studded with
The
talent.
Broncos'
but-
defense
Well,
is
it's not-
average at best, and
But the Broncos'
he,
pass rush is incredible.
yeah, but
to a degree,
they still had open. It's
in comparison.
It's complementary, right?
Yeah.
Like the secondary not letting receivers open is going to force him to hold on to the ball longer, which helps the pass rush.
Whereas Jacksonville's secondary is going to cover people, even Tyreek Hill, even Travis Kelce. I mean, they're great against tight ends. I mean, Gronk is a monster, and we all saw what Gronk did last year, and we saw what they did to Gronk. I know a bit illegal,
Gronk
but
was hurt in
they
the game
took
last
Gronk
year.
out.
Gronk
Yeah.
was hurt in the game last year.
Yeah, they gave him a concussion.
You're talking to the Gronk's biggest fan over
Ah.
here.
Well, if you're going to beat Gronk, you might as well have someone get ejected and knock him out.
He is
Tom Brady still won the game without Gronk.
He did.
This is an altar boy in the
And
Church
the
of Gronk,
Gronk.
right here.
And clearly, an advocate for Tom Brady as well.
I recognize greatness.
You go out on the corner, hold a sign, says Tom Brady is my Lord and Savior.
I recognize greatness. That's all.
And he loves the cheaters.
But I think
Loves the cheaters.
Loves the cheaters.
I think this is going to be a huge game.
I don't know how
for
to
Pat
scroll.
Mahomes. Chiefs, whatever. Like I don't think it matters.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to scroll down.
Do the Jags win it? Maybe. Do the Chiefs win it? Doesn't matter. I just want to see Pat Mahomes versus that defense.
Come on,
I
Chris
do
needs
too.
to swing at that.
Chris says Pat Mahomes didn't win oh, we already read that one. In all honesty, what happened to the Rockies starting pitching?
What?
It's really good tonight, Ari.
It's been pretty good.
I
Kyle
mean,
Freeland's a good pitcher.
And they struggled. They struggled a little bit yesterday with Marquez, but
yeah.
I mean, you're playing a hot Dodgers team. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They
that
weren't
is
that
it.
hot though.
The Dodgers.
I thought the Dodgers.
Besides that Arizona series, they've been just rolling teams right
yeah,
now.
but the Rockies, besides that Dodger series, were rolling.
Exactly. And it was just kind of came down to who you're going in. I mean, Bueller against the Rockies owns us.
That's one of those teams too. I feel like they're kind of LeBroning it a little bit, where they don't really care that much in the regular season, but then they
And then at
really
the
rev
end,
it up.
Yeah.
Dodgers feel like that. Listening to Yasiel Puig in the locker
And,
room
yeah.
after the game, like, all right, okay, these guys are ready for the postseason.
Bueller's got a .46 ERA against the Rockies this past season,
That is just brutal.
and he's a rookie.
That is brutal.
Dude's 24 years old.
Bueller's
He's-
really good.
He is really good. Oh, there's an out.
Swing a bat, guys.
Dude, Lester's been on point. I know everybody's talking about Lester. Oh, get his pitch count up, but he's rolling, man.
If it's
That's
close,
his seventh strikeout of
if
the
it's
game.
close, you
Eighth.
gotta swing.
Eighth strikeout of the game.
No, Lester is made for the postseason.
He is. He
I
is.
mean, he's got 3 World Series champion. That's actually surprising. He's only 9-7 in the postseason.
Wins.
2.55 ERA though.
Yeah. So he was losing games by like 1.
Yeah,
Right.
wins and losses is a pitcher stat. Is the most worthless stat in baseball.
True. It's true.
Unless you're Greg Maddux, you
well,
just win every game.
yeah, right. But remember, King Felix won. Felix Hernandez.
Felix holds the record
Well,
for
look at-
most no decisions by 1 run or something crazy
Look
like
Right,
that.
yeah,
Look
it's
at
cra-
DeGrom.
insane.
Look at DeGrom this year.
Gosh,
Jacob DeGrom.
he's going to win the Cy Young, and did he win 10 games?
No, he's like 8 and 9.
Yeah, something
8
like that.
and 10.
Sean Drotar on the morning show last week was talking about Jacob DeGrom and said that if the Mets had scored, I don't know,
12 more runs?
No, it wasn't even that. It was like 5, and he was like, they would have been. His record would have been insane. It would have been like 26 wins or something. It would have been something nuts. If they'd scored 1 more run on average, he would have been 30.
On average. Okay, I was like
30
5
and-
runs.
He would have been like 30-0 or something crazy.
Never seen anything like what DeGrom is.
DeGrom was nuts this year.
Somebody broke the numbers down and they said there's never been a pitcher that's pitched this well and gotten so little run support. He's gonna
It's
win.
got him and Felix would be the only 2 I could think of.
He's gonna win the Cy Young, and I love Max Scherzer, big Mizzou fan. but
300 strikeouts.
It's got to go to DeGrom.
Graham Harrell, in terms of winning, is the best Texas Tech quarterback. He won at Texas Tech.
What did he win?
Wait,
A
yeah,
Holiday
I was
Bowl?
like Graham Harrell. I'm pretty sure was the quarterback that has the famous throw. He threw the
Michael
ball to
Crabtree
Crabtree. They
against
beat
Texas,
Texas.
yeah.
They went 10-2 that year.
But what's their biggest win? The Holiday Bowl? They don't have any BCS victories.
No, their biggest win is Texas.
That
didn't go-
Texas win, where
That's it.
Michael Crabtree tiptoed along the sideline.
There's no trophy for
That
that.
was-
They don't hand out rings for that.
It's true.
That don't count. Blaine Gabbert beat number 1 Oklahoma.
At Missouri.
Gabbert beat Oklahoma and then lost Oklahoma.
And my least favorite quarterback of all time, honestly, I can't even remember his name, but he played at CU, and they beat Texas. And they beat them bad in the Big 12 championship. I was in 01 when they had Chris Brown as their running back.
Man, you're stretching my knowledge. I can't remember 01.
Well, that year they beat
CU Buffs.
They beat Nebraska 62-24. This is my first year living in Colorado.
Yeah.
Then go play in the Big 12 championship, win that, and somehow that year Nebraska got to play in the national championship, where I'm pretty sure they lost 38-7.
I just remember the 2005 Buffs that went to the Big 12 title game and lost to Vince Young.
In 01, that would have been – who would that have been in 01? Would that
It
have
was,
been Bo Pelini?
No,
Bo Pelini.
It was Gary Barnett was the head coach, and then their quarterback
at CU. I was talking about Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska.
Because it wasn't Tom Osborne, because Osborne
he retired
he had
after
retired.
the 98,
after the
99.
90.
So I think it was actually Bo.
I think it was Bo Pelini.
And Eric Couch was
Bo
their quarterback.
It wasn't Bo Pelini.
Because Eric Crouch beat Rex Grossman to win Heisman.
There was like a 8-year period where Nebraska was wandering the desert because Missouri thumped them 2007.
Yeah.
Frank Solich, that's who it was.
Frank
okay.
Solich. I haven't heard that name in years.
He's Ohio. He's got Ohio, not bad.
All right, let's see here. Let's see. Jena
Look,
says, come on, Chris needs to swing at that.
probably talking about Ionetta.
Bring it.
I think I missed that pitch, but I think that was probably the 7th strikeout.
Jena says, Ari Temkin, what are you talking about? It's been good. Honestly, what happened? Oh, no, the Rockies starting pitching. Freeland's been good. Freeland's been good all year.
Freeland and Marquez have been good all year. I think the biggest turnaround actually has not been so much the starting pitching, besides maybe John Gray going down to AAA, coming back up. It's been the bullpen.
Davis has rebounded. Shaw has not.
No.
Everybody thought
Radio
Shaw
stuff.
was going to be the guy. What's that?
Radio stuff.
Man?
Radio.
What about radio?
Got to do it at 8.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay. Yeah, we do have to. We got to set up some stuff for Connor Cape here. Where is Jena? Where did she go?
I don't know.
We
She's
got to get Jena back
probably
on here.
watching the game somewhere hidden.
Jena,
if you are watching this and commenting, you should come back.
That's right. Where did she go?
Can
Go
we?
smoke.
Where is she at? What? She went to go smoke.
Got to be, 20 feet away from the building, 30 feet away?
I may have hit caps lock when I posted that comment.
Come back.
It's all in caps and it says, Jena, come back.
Jena, come back! You can blame it all on me.
All right, so Freeland, so you're saying yank him after he gets through the lineup, so he would only be able to go one more batter after this inning, because this is 6, 7, 8. He'd be able to get the pitcher in the next inning, and then you'd yank him.
Yep.
Here you go. You can go grab that and find Jena and go grab it. And Patrick and I will continue on here. So. That's me.
I was like,
That
did you
one
mute yourself?
There we go. Got it. All right. Thank you very much for that.
Did you get an Angry Orchard?
I did. I got an Angry Orchard. It's not as good as that spiced mango Old Mine cider.
The Old Mine, yeah.
That was really good stuff. Man.
You know what you should do? I taught years ago. I taught a bunch of my buddies that it was really good. Ever had Angry Balls?
I've never had Angry Balls.
Throw a shot of Fireball in there, and it's Angry Balls.
Oh.
Yeah. A little spice to it.
Yeah.
That's all Fireball's good for.
Ooh, that's like a real.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I follow that.
You might have to order a shot here.
I
I'll even buy it for you, and you can throw it in that Angry Orchard.
I did the alcohol math in my head, and I'm like, oh, that's really good.
That actually sounds like it might work.
That works.
That's what I did with when I found out what mudslides were. You ever had a mudslide?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I hate White Russians, but mudslides are the best thing on the planet.
All right, let's see here.
Texas beats Colorado. Texas plays for the national championship. That is correct. Texas would have played for the national championship that year. 01 and 08. I don't know what 08 is. I knew 01 because I said that. Colorado beat Texas. And if you could Chris, if you could tell me who the quarterback was for Colorado that year, because I don't like the guy. He tried teaching me when I was younger how to throw, and I thought he was an idiot. Kind of was right. I mean, threw almost more picks than Cody Hawkins. Hawkins threw a lot of picks.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Freeland, another strike there. That is 2 strikes there on Bodie. And it's now 0-2. Look, this inning is huge for Freeland. He's kept it clean, bottom of the 5th here. If he gets through 5.
And only at 58,
It's really good, man.
ish pitches.
Yes.
I'm just saying 58 because I think this is a ball right here.
Ooh.
That was
Got
right.
away from him a little bit.
Jena says she is eating. She'll be right back.
Well,
and
we
you're
saw
not
her.
bringing food?
We saw her. I saw her walking around
Walking
over
in
here.
circles?
Yeah, she Connor found her.
Oh, okay.
G, what up, fellas? What up, G?
And ladies.
And ladies.
Talking about you.
Harry D. Calvin Jr. joining us. Harry
And
D.
there it is. 5 innings.
That was impressive. Look, he doesn't have the strikeout numbers. He hasn't looked as impressive as Lester. I know Lester gave up a run in the first inning, but Freeland's doing his job. He's doing it really well.
Let's see.
Look, this is one of those moments that kind of defines a pitcher. I remember Yordano Ventura, R.I.P. He came out in the World Series and went 6 strong in the World Series. People were like, "Yeah, this dude, he can do it." Like that's what defines an ace pitcher is these kinds of games. And Freeland's getting it done right now, man.
Freeland looks like the real deal. And, I mean, I was hoping Marquez would come up, but that was Marquez's first real, true big game.
Sure.
And I think Freeland, as much as he probably hasn't had big games like Gray or, even John Lester,
yeah,
I think Freeland was ready for this moment. He was ready to come out and pitch.
I think you're right.
And the big thing that I'm noticing is Kyle Freeland, after 5 innings, 58 pitches. John Lester's at 69, and I know he's got the 8 strikeouts, but he's given up 3 hits in the run, and Freeland's got 2 hits.
I hope they pull him.
And he's got 5 strikeouts.
Who does?
Freeland has 5 strikeouts.
Freeland has 5.
So he's not that far behind.
3 strikeouts. But yeah, he's pitched well. I've been very impressed with what he's done so far. I know Connor had kind of thrown out there the 3rd time through the order thing, which I'm a big believer in.
To a degree.
He's got enough experience, though. I trust him.
I trust him enough to. I mean, I thought with the rest that he was just going to come out and right around this area look bad, but he's looking better as the innings are going on.
That last inning was the strongest inning.
By far. I mean, I think he had 2 strikeouts that inning.
Yep. It was that really good, and I hope that they are. This is where Bud Black he can make his entire salary
with this
by knowing when and when not to mess with Freeland.
Yep, and I think messing with him right now is not the right call.
Right. Just let him go.
The first out, unless they pull him, is John Lester. That's the first guy batting next time.
Oh yeah, sure, yes.
So definitely pitch him, and then you're at the top of the lineup, but the first 2 guys at the top. I mean, the guy that maybe now we're thinking, okay, maybe we pull out someone. Is once they get to Almora. And I think Jena made a good comment that he has been the Rocky Slayer.
They'll probably let him face Almora, but maybe if he gets on base, then they may start to think about warming somebody up. But.
And maybe they go, hey, walk him, go to the next guy, worry about the next guy.
just walk him, especially if there's nobody on base. And that might be an issue with Lester because Lester's going to take a lot of pitches, and he's going to try to get the walk or lay down I don't know if they'd lay down a bunt. Lester does really well.
He is so good with bunting, though.
He is good.
I mean, I will always remember Lester had one of the best bunts of all time. Hey, Taylor.
We are talking about Chris Bennett is saying 08 Crabtree beat Texas, and that loss cost Texas everything. They should have played for a national championship, not Oklahoma. That I remember that because that was Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy was on that team. Mac Brown. God, those were good Texas teams.
Yeah.
Those were so good.
And then Colt McCoy getting hurt in the national championship.
Garrett Gilbert came in.
Yep.
Garrett Gilbert came in because Colt McCoy he couldn't lift his arm up.
No.
He couldn't lift his arm. There were stories, I remember this vividly. There were stories of Colt McCoy playing catch in the tunnel with his dad, trying to get his arm working, and he just couldn't do it. He was like crying, throwing catch with his dad in the tunnel. Like, that is such a depressing visual.
And, I mean, that's hard for me to think about being a quarterback who myself, I can't lift up my arm. And just the thought that in that game, in that moment, in the national championship, he wasn't able to play.
Yeah.
And everyone made the comment, well, Texas would have won had he played. I don't know about that, but at least we would have known what the best chance was.
Right. All right.
Gosh, she's thrown so many of these cutters.
Where'd Jena go?
She's
Some dude? Well, she needs to come over here and do some play-by-play so that I can set up this radio equipment. Connor Cape, really big deal, Connor Cape. He's doing his radio show from Henry's 16th Tavern tonight. And so we got to set up this, but he doesn't know because he's special. He's talent, so he doesn't know how to set up any of this equipment.
He needs. Just talking about that, you got the setup crew here and TJ.
TJ's got to set it up. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no.
She said she told you she was eating.
Yeah, on the chat.
Yeah, she did say that on here.
No, she's eating with some boy.
Some boy.
Oh, some boy with sticky
Well,
fingers.
you have 12 minutes before your show starts, so I'm going to go set up your equipment for you.
And I'm going to sit here and talk baseball.
I'll do
All right.
play-by-play.
Okay.
I'll help you out.
There we go. See? Not alone.
It all works out. Get out of here, TJ. That was mine. There we go.
TJ, you've been great about muting the right people. Oh, look, Jenna's back.
Done eating?
Nutrients. Yeah, but he didn't know baseball.
She's getting those calories. Gotta have those carbs. It feels like the Rockies are losing. Like they're winning, but it feels like they're losing because Lester is dominating.
Lester's, well, they're both pitchers are dominating. If it wasn't for that one run in the first inning, this game would be very different. I'm just straddling this bar over here. The people can't see it on camera, but
If you were straddling it, you'd be one leg over.
I feel a lot
By
better
I
definition.
could.
with a couple more runs.
Yeah, we feel more comfortable.
just
But
a-
people are forgetting that Freeland's on 3 days rest.
Yeah, no, we're not forgetting that. We're remembering that he's on 3 days rest, and I'm
He's
concerned.
pitching phenomenal on 3 days rest.
And there is still neither bullpen.
I can't believe they're gonna leave him out there.
Freeland.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go to crap.
Oh, get down,
Yeah,
get
it's
down.
getting in. That's in the gap. That's two
Woo!
bases. That's two bases.
Here we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Trev,
There you go.
Hank,
Am I
Aaron.
far enough in the corner that they can see Jenna finally?
I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe TJ could move it a little bit. I don't want to be like on top of anybody either. Feel
Oh,
like,
light's gone.
adios.
Lights out.
Let's curious what that'll do. All right, so that means Matt Holliday's up, and he got a double last time. That'd be nice again.
Kind of amazing that Matt Holliday is a dude who a few months ago was sitting on his couch. Now he's playing for a World Series.
Well, we could
Not
use some
yet.
Matt Holiday magic right now.
If you're in the tournament, you're playing for a
Yeah.
World Series.
Well,
And there's-
I don't really count the wild card game as in the tournament. You got to be past the wild card game
They're
to be in the
they're
tournament.
literally in the tournament. Like they're literally in.
What the heck is that?
It's radio stuff. What else would you call it? Like you don't think that you
Is
don't
that
think
another play-in game?
you don't think the wild card game counts as like the playoffs?
No, I don't.
You're
I
one
think
of
the
those
wild
snobs?
card game is
You're one-
something
you're one
that
of
you
those-
have to
you're
do
one
to
of those-
get into
you're
the
one of those
playoffs.
baseball snobs.
I am a baseball snob.
Is
My
this
Uncle Bob would be proud of that.
is
What's
this-
up, Brett?
is
Thanks
this
for watching.
Is this after game 162?
Yes,
Is
it's
it a,
after
this
game.
is-
is it a
Technically,
regular
game
season?
163 was
Yeah,
after
but
game 162,
And
and it
that-
was a regular
You
season
don't
game.
have that
And those
every year,
stats
though.
still
That's a
count
tiebreaker.
towards the regular
Regular
season.
season
What
Yep.
about these stats though?
These do not count.
as regular season stats. But I still say you're playing to get in.
You're already
You're not
in.
in.
It's the postseason.
You're not in.
Oh,
You're
man. Matt.
absolutely in.
Wow.
You're one of the teams that is still alive for a World Series. You're
Matt, you
absolutely
gotta
in.
do something
Until a team wins from one of these games, it's going to be hard to say that because and I know it's new, but no team has even made the World Series out of this
No, the
playing game.
Rockie's made the World
That's not
Series
true.
when on the wild card
The
game in
Royals made
07,
the Royals
But
made
that
the
wasn't
World
a
Series.
that
but
wasn't
they
the
didn't win it.
right.
But they made the World
The
Series.
Royals made the World Series.
Did the
in
Royals make it?
2014.
But they lost that year, right?
They lost in 7 to the Giants.
Madison Baumgartner.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
difference
They
the Rockies did not lose in 7.
They started that
I think it's 4.
in the wild card game against John Lester.
That's right.
I'm still eating, trying to finish eating. They wouldn't let me eat.
Sometimes you got to eat.
Carbo loading.
That's why I ate at the last place.
It even says postseason on their jerseys.
It does. They get to. She can't answer because she's finishing her food.
The other teams have gone home. This is playoff baseball. You just got to keep making contact till you get your pitch.
Foul ball.
Just keep fouling them off till you get your pitch.
Push them to 90 pitches.
He's at 83.
I think I looked. Freeland is at 58.
Yeah,
So that's huge.
Pull him.
it's incredible.
Get him out. 3 days rest. The moment when the drop off comes for Freeland, it's going to come off. It's going to come fast.
Do you pitch him against Lester to start the inning, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him face the
Because
pitcher.
they don't have anyone in the bullpen right now.
Let him face the pitcher, which is a mistake. I think when Zobrist comes up, you got to pull him.
For sure. He's good at getting on base. High
He got on
percentage.
base in the first inning.
High on base percentage for Zobrist, so might as well
Vince
pull him.
Zobrist, just a World Series veteran.
Well, this Cubs team, they just know how to win. I mean, 3 straight years in the NLCS, you might as well call them the Philadelphia Eagles at this point.
But we're not talking football, so we won't call him that.
We can't call them that. This is big.
It's high. It's high.
Ooh.
For once, they don't call it a strike. Literally, the outside of that box has been strike after strike for Lester. They've been giving him literally everything, especially on the outside.
You a little salty about it?
I'm
Little bit.
totally salty.
A little bit.
Saltier than this pizza dipper thingy.
With your spicy ranch,
Which
looks like you
I
got some
ordered
Cosmos.
the same. What's a Cosmo? I thought that's a drink.
No, Cosmos Pizza Place.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
the best
yeah,
pizza
They
is
have the
best spicy ranch.
ranch.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Is that
Holly.
9 or is that 10?
It's 9.
Gosh.
Bro, you can't whiff on that.
No.
You got to touch something. But I think they'll pull him after that. I don't think he'll pitch next inning.
He's fired up. They might go, well, they might make the mistake and pitch him the whole next inning.
Joe Madden's usually a pretty good manager of his pitchers. So. And
But-
John Lester's a veteran. Like, he knows when he's done.
Yeah.
He knows when he's...
But they got to
Got
think
it.
about, do we want to put that bullpen in? Can we put that bullpen in?
He's got to keep thinking about what gives you the best chance to win.
Is that pizza good? Okay. So you standing by your prediction, 8-5?
I mean, it's still possible.
Oh, very much. Once these bullpens come in, I don't really know what's going to happen. Jenna, what's your prediction for the score now? That's a good prediction.
Technically, I haven't made a prediction
It's true.
thus far about the end of game score. That's true.
I
What
think,
mic
is
is
that
it?
2?
No, I'm 2.
Then it's 1.
Okay. Can
Yes.
you still hear me?
I can hear you. You can
Cool.
hear me. We don't feel crammed.
Yeah, I think Connor's about to do his show, right?
Yep.
You know, you're on my good side.
I'm on your good side. What's that like?
It means that I don't look that good from this side. Let me fix
Oh,
my
oh,
hair.
do we need to switch?
No.
My beard probably does look better on that side. And it's a little patchy over here.
Hair, my
All
hair.
right, here we go.
Let's see, is that better?
Switching over.
No. Plus, there's a drink on this side. There's no drink on my side.
There's an empty plate. Here, I'll switch for you. There's your empty plate.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is this your phone? It's giant.
It is my phone because I can't see and I'm an old man and blind now. Kind of like TJ.
No, TJ's older.
I bet TJ has a flip phone. Hold on.
Sure, go for it.
Can I get a shot of Fireball for him and another whiskey sour? Getting you that Fireball.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why? What did he do?
We're going to get TJ a shot of fire. Oh, no. He got an Angry Orchard, and I'm letting him spice it up a little bit with some Fireball.
Oh, it's much better with Fireball.
Angry
actually.
Balls.
Yeah, Angry Balls.
He didn't know what that was.
Well, that's old man of him.
Yeah, no.
That makes sense.
We're still proud of him.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
He still hasn't shown his legs on it.
True.
On camera.
I think that's
This would
going to be,
a 7th inning stretch.
yeah, 7th inning stretch. TJ's going to show his legs. We've decided he's setting up right now. I can see him smirking off to the side.
I cannot see the smirk.
TJ, are you ready to show your legs? He's ready to show his legs.
He's gonna take his pants off.
Are we gonna have to like hold him up here?
Well, we could give him a little step. He's not that heavy.
He's not that tall either.
He's
5'11",
5'11", for Pete's sake.
He's
Yesterday
not
he told us.
5'11".
He told us on the broadcast yesterday.
All right. Connor's saying this is where you pull Freeland.
Looks like the
I don't think they have
Cubs
anyone in
have
the bullpen.
someone warming up in their bullpen,
Yep.
though. Jesse Chavez warming up in the bullpen
A
for
righty.
the Cubs.
All right.
For the Cubs.
I don't think you pull Freeland right now. He is on fire. And I get it. Once he declines, he declines. But he's good. He's doing good right now.
Yeah, but it's not like.
They got a pinch hitter.
We have a lead. It's not like one bad at-bat is going to kill Freeland. He's pitching phenomenal. Gosh, strike, 87 miles an hour. We're only at 60 pitches.
I know.
But the thing you got to think about is if they do win this game, they are facing Milwaukee.
Yep.
Man, Milwaukee pitchers just murdered us this season. I'm particularly remembering I was at covering the Rockies for Freddie Peralta's debut game, and that was actually awesome because Peralta's family came in. Peralta was playing AAA. So Sky Sox are AAA for the Milwaukee Brewers. They are located in Colorado Springs. So his family flew in to see his AAA game in Colorado Springs. He gets called up. They drive an hour north here to Denver to play against the, which is not so bad, right? It could have been anywhere else.
Could have been worse.
They drive an hour north here to Denver, and they watch him pitch. He had 13 strikeouts against the Rockies on his freaking debut day.
I think I bet against him in DraftKings, and I stacked the Rockies, and I regretted that.
Well, I tried to get a little audio clip from Charlie Blackmon, who struck out 3 times, all 3 at-bats against Peralta, and he was like, if you have a question about that kid, I'm not talking about him. And I was like, wow, that's how you know.
That he upset them.
He really upset the Rockies. And, I mean, if you're thinking of one of their youngest pitchers upsetting them that badly,
yeah,
it's going to be a rough go at it when you against Milwaukee. And we're going to need Kyle for those games. So, I mean, pitching him past 6 is
it's probably not the best.
Asking a lot.
Yeah. I think, and he's kind of this. Yeah.
He's tanking this at bat a little bit, but not terribly.
I would get someone in just to have it. Just warm it, not even,
Warm him up. Yeah, warm him up.
Stretch him, get him ready.
But I think that Buddy Black really does believe in his pitchers, and of all his pitchers he believes in Kyle Freeland, I would say the most.
The most.
He only has positive things. He almost talks so positively about Freeland that it pisses me off because he literally talks about Freeland on days other pitchers are pitching. And he's talking about Freeland. It's upsetting. But, he is a great pitcher. He's definitely an ace.
He is the ace. He is the ace. Ooh, that's a big walk, though.
That's a big walk. First walk of the night for Freeland, though.
That's not bad.
And there's TJ's fireball.
TJ's fireball. TJ.
He needs a little liquid courage.
He's starting up over there, so I'll let him kind of get situated. I'm going to eat this cherry. I don't think I've eaten any of the cherries out of my whiskey sours.
That sucks.
Cherries? I'm going to throw it on your plate.
My favorite drink in college was an amaretto sour.
Anything amaretto is my favorite drop shot drink is a Wisconsin lunchbox.
I've never had that.
Half orange juice, half like Coors Light or Busch or whatever, something light beer.
Crappy.
Throw in a drop shot of amaretto. So sweet, so good. And I'm Irish. So, I mean, Irish car bomb should be my number 1. Should be.
Hey, I'm Irish too.
That, really? All right.
Hello,
hello. Yes,
they just come from nowhere?
Germany?
Left field. No.
I know we talked about Hitler earlier.
No. I did get to play basketball in Germany for a little while, but
that's pretty cool.
I don't think I have. I know I have more Irish than German in my family.
I have a little German, I believe, but I'm pretty much old Irish. I think my family was nomads growing up.
Have you seen the movie The Heat, set in Boston? Sandra Bullock and
Melissa McCarthy?
Melissa McCarthy.
I sadly have, yes.
It's hilarious. What are you sad about? Best
the only thing I remember from that movie
Best movie ever. Watch it if you rent it.
Are you a knock?
Are you a knock?
You mean
yeah.
a narc? That's what I said. What, am I speaking gibberish?
Yeah.
I called you a knock.
Yeah. It was great. And that movie is the epitome of an Irish family right there. Totes.
Oh gosh.
Totes my goats.
We just
Come
got
on.
Totes McGoats on live
That's
stream.
total Irish family.
Totes McGoats is not an Irish thing we say.
No. I'm not saying Totes
Oh, okay.
McGoats is, but I'm saying that's a Totes Irish family in that movie.
The only
they
Irish
all have basketball Jesus.
basketball Jesus. Yep.
And the Celtics jersey.
Everything is Celtics.
Come on. Doesn't get more Irish than that.
And you'll probably see some other Irish clovers here in a bit during our seventh inning stretch.
If he takes off his pants,
He's
he
taking
might
all his
actually
pants
get
off.
in trouble.
Here?
Yeah, like
What if we do it quick?
he's mooning everybody. I
But
think
he's
that'll
not
look
taking
worse.
his boxers off.
I think that'll look worse. He's taking his pants off. He might even, if there's children around, he could be like sexual predator list.
I mean, at this point,
Nice
Might as well be.
strikeout. Zobrist. Freeland
right.
gets Zobrist. 6th strikeout of the night. Wow.
can we get a double play?
Bottom of the 6th. 70 pitches.
This is where you want to get him out quick.
You do. You want to pitch as little as you have to, but gosh, I have some really high faith in Freeland right now.
I do too. I mean, this is probably
Clearly, Buddy does.
this was the longest, or the guy before was probably the longest at bat for him.
Yeah. Zobrist, yeah. Let's
Mahomes
see,
throws
Jena,
an
we were
angry
talking
ball.
about old Texas Longhorns and Colorado Buffaloes, college football while you were eating. Well, that must be why it was allowed, because I would absolutely not allow that.
Yeah.
Come on, Dahl with
Dahl
with the drop.
Oh, you cannot
Who's clapping?
drop that. The
You
one
need to get out.
solo Cubs guy at the bar.
That guy needs to get out of here. Oh, there was a girl clapping too. She can get out too.
She's drunk. She's probably 21. She's probably from San Francisco and doesn't know what
She's
baseball
like
is.
50 years old.
I'm just guessing. Maybe she's young at heart.
You only can see the back of her head.
Oh, wait, is this girl right here in front of us?
No, it's the other lady.
Oh,
next
she
to her.
is 50 years old. I was like, this girl looks like she's 21.
Gosh. That wouldn't have
hitting on the
happened with
50-year-old
Carlos
guy.
Gonzalez in right field. I'll tell you that
Ooh.
right now. And I get why they went with Dahl. He is on
Hot.
fire from the plate, but that
That
would
too.
not have happened with Carlos Gonzalez in right field. There's just
Oh, gosh.
there's just seniority.
You can't drive. This is where I get worried.
Here we go. Cubs in scoring position. Man on first and second.
And
Gosh,
this is your guy.
Don't tell me this is Almora.
Nope,
Oh,
Rizzo,
Anthony
okay.
Rizzo.
I thought it was Elmora, too. This is a double play ball that needs to happen. Not hopeful, needs to.
Must. It's a must.
And there
Easy
it
play.
is.
Easy.
Woo!
Woo! There you go.
Let's go. And now we got
Get out,
Desmond Dahl. Okay,
Cubs.
Dahl, you owe us. Owe us a home run? A home run.
Dahl owes a home run. Dahl will have a home run at this at-bat. He owes the team.
On the third pitch.
There we go.
Throwing it out there.
DJ LeMahieu. You know, I actually was going to read this sooner, but I didn't actually get to it when we were talking about it. But, shoot, where are the questions from Buddy Black earlier? Buddy answered some questions earlier, and one of the questions that was asked of him was just how important is DJ LeMahieu to this team? I got to find the question. It's been transcribed here for those of us who couldn't be at the stadium.
Don't forget, Feeland is only on 3 days rest. The Feeland. He is only on 3 days rest. He looks good today.
Let's see. He said the question that was asked was, want to talk to you about DJ LeMahieu and his role in getting you to this point, especially the power that he showed from about August on. Buddy's response was, he's one of our most consistent performers all year. I think that with DJ, you have a steady, dependable player who goes to the post and gives you an effort to win the game. I think that's the thing that stands out for me the most about DJ is the ultimate outcome for him as it relates to his performance is helping us win, and that's the thing that I think is so special about him. When the game starts, he plays the game to win, and how his skill sets help us do that, whatever that might be, whether that's defensively, whether it's with his bat, moving a runner, getting a bunt down, hit and run, knocking in a big run, hitting a homer, whatever it might be. He's about a W, and that's what makes DJ LeMahieu special. I think that just really, really talks to, like, DJ is a quiet player. He actually does not really speak to the press post-game, pre-game. He has a little bit of anxiety. He's just a quiet guy. He prefers not to speak. And he'll do it. And he's, insanely polite, kind, respectful man. But Buddy just, no one really gives DJ the credit that is due to him. I mean, he's a fantastic fielder. He's a consistent at bat. Buddy said it great in his answer there. But, that play was DJ LeMahieu.
People get upset that he doesn't, hit home runs. I think he only had 15, 16 on the season.
Right, but
if you're on base for a guy like Nolan, Trevor, Dahl, these guys who, and I know Dahl only had probably 17 home runs on the season.
Right, he just got hot at the end there. But DJ's a guy that gets you to third. DJ's a guy that gets on base.
He's the reason we have 108, 107, 106 RBIs from our big hitters.
Right.
And now we need Dahl
and fantastic defense
to hit home runs. And he's
Those
super
double
tall.
Plays really do depend on DJ LeMahieu
making that play
a lot of the time.
Wait.
What are we talking about?
I think
Mark, we're saying the Rockies are living on the edge, still a long way from tacos.
I don't even care about tacos. I care about we get to go up to Milwaukee and win in Milwaukee. And then we're going to go to Game 3 and watch the Rockies sweep Milwaukee.
We are going to go to Game 3.
And something's going to happen.
And something will happen there. Milwaukee plays fantastic in Coors Field.
They do.
Fantastic.
But Trevor Story plays fantastic against Milwaukee.
Trevor Story plays
great
fantastic.
against everybody.
Gosh. Trevor Story should be higher up in that MVP conversation.
He should, but
he won't.
And here's my issue. Here's where I go on my little rant. First of all, Desmond is on base. We kind of skipped to that. We got Dahl up, so I'm saying Dahl, third pitch, home run. Here's my rant.
Third pitch, all right.
We yell at Trevor Story and Nolan about they play in Coors Field, and it's hitter friendly, so that's why their stats are so high. And then a guy like Kyle Freeland pitches his best games. A guy like Marquez is pitching his best games in Coors Field.
Right.
And how are they not getting the recognition?
Right.
Because shouldn't they be horrible? Shouldn't their ERA be in the 3s, the 4s, because they're playing in Coors Field all the time?
If they pitched for any other team, they'd be in the Cy Young conversation.
100%. And they're not because
anywhere other than Coors Field.
we play for the Rockies. The Rockies are never on ESPN. This is like the 5th or 6th time maybe all season the Rockies have been on, and 2 of them have been in the last 2 days.
In the last 2. It's you don't even want to get me started on that rant, Patrick. Because it'll go.
We would go for a while, but we have a baseball game to watch and win.
We do, and we need to win this game. Dahl, let's see here. We're 1 and 2.
Oh, he got to the 3rd pitch and didn't get his home run. I mean, I'll take it on any pitch, but
no, Dahl's going yard right here. Here we come. Here it comes. Dahl going yard.
Oh. I
It's
thought
nice. It's nice.
maybe advance the runner a little bit.
All the way.
Yeah, I don't know if he
Here
took off
comes
the
the
second.
pass.
Oh, did he dodge him?
Oh my God! Can we talk about home ump?
Yeah, I think Desmond might know he's out.
He rolled the wrong way. But gosh, I hate Cubs fans.
And here's TJ walking away, but he needs to put a shot in his beer. That's the fireball. For your angry balls. Go make your angry balls.
You can have angry balls.
Did you put it under there again? Kind of been hiding drinks under there. He found it. Oh, I didn't watch the replay. Yep, so you just put, okay, I drink just a little bit more. So we'll let the people see what you're doing here. So drink just a little bit more and then just dump the whole shot. I don't know if he's still watching.
Oh, Desi actually might be safe on that. His body is blocking.
There you go, just toss it. Did he dodge this? He dodged it.
They are reviewing the play. Oh, they're calling it out. Calling the field out at second base.
Man, that means there's just not enough evidence to overturn that.
It has to be.
Oh, looks like he kind of got the hand.
Maybe it swiped him right on the elbow.
Oh, it also could be that his hand came off there at the end. Whatever it was, they said he's out. I don't know.
We needed that. really
Yeah,
did.
and I don't know why Desmond decided to go on that. I understand that he was standing on the other side of the bag, but you knew he was going to churn without looking and tag you. I mean, he's on SportsCenter every week because they're showing how he just catches and churns.
Bias.
He doesn't even look. Yeah, he's great at it.
He's freaking amazing. I am a fan of Baez.
And so, what are you drinking? You got a margarita going?
Wow, look at that outside. I mean, it's barely on the edge there of the strike zone.
Chavez is wearing sunglasses. That was a ball. That was okay.
Yeah, that was by far a ball.
So, is Freeland? I think Freeland's coming out. I think if Iannetta gets, regardless of Iannetta, Freeland at the next at bat, Freeland has to be out of the game because we need someone to hit. And if Iannetta gets on right here in a walk,
Base.
and see there, yep, they got a
There
guy.
you go. Don't tell me.
Oh, I like it. I
O.
like O.
Don't worry about that. O's got this.
Go for O.
And you know what? We cheer here at Coors Field. Hey.
That's a walk.
Oh
my
God.
gosh.
What a terrible call on the outside of the batter's box. That is constant all
And we
night.
got the Denver PD over here watching the game with us too now.
Yes.
I like it.
It was terrible.
Gosh. And that's just been the whole game. Oh, this is outside.
Come on, Iannetta. Come on, Iannetta. It's right to Chris Bryant.
Right to
God,
him.
I hate that guy.
Chris Bryant. Wasn't that Bodie?
No, it's Chris Bryant on left
Third.
field.
Wait, Bryant's a third.
No, he's playing left field tonight.
What?
Yeah.
David Bodie's playing third.
We don't got Chris at third. Probably due to
'Cause
injury.
Because Bodie's playing third, so they moved
Yeah.
Chris outside. But you have to keep that at bat. You can't.
Right.
So is it going to be O or is it going to be Freeland now? I'm actually genuinely curious.
I wonder if they'll let Freeland start the inning. I'm guessing they'll let Freeland start the inning. Hey guys, we forgot to tell you where to follow us. I told you, I promised I would let you guys know. It's
72 pitches.
at Viva Diva. It's not that hard, but a lot of people, it's hard to say. And then when people like TJ mess it up, it is hard.
Vida, Viva, Vida. Viva,
Vida.
Viva, Dita.
No, Vida, life,
Vida,
live,
Viva,
diva.
Diva. Because you're a
There you go.
diva.
I'm not always a diva, but like sometimes.
Sometimes.
I feel like as being born female, you should get to reserve the right to be a diva in this day and age.
When I coached high school football, I had a group of receivers that I called the Four Horsemen, and the other coaches called the Prima Donnas.
Well, there you go.
And they also said that they act just like their coach does. And I 100% agree with that. I am a
You
huge
are a prima donna?
prima donna.
I'm trying to decide if we should go live on Instagram as well.
Should we
you
do
know,
that?
But I just don't have a great stand for this. Ah.
Is it because the light and you're worried about people thinking you're white?
Lighting, No, you
I mean,
know.
I am. Look at this.
Hey. That's a great picture. Saved. Okay, let's.
See,
Try
I'll
to-
post it on Instagram, and my Instagram will blow up again because they're like, who is this person?
Yes. And we should all be live. Let's see here. I just don't know where to go. Like, that's pretty good.
That's a good spot, actually.
If it can stay standing up and if you can get in the picture.
I'll just have to, like, stand.
We're just trying to go live on so many different areas.
And then I'll take this picture and put it on mine.
Hey, wait. Get a
Oh.
filter on there. Come on.
I don't know how do you do filter?
This
What is
right here. There's filters. Look at all these
What
funny
is this?
filters. Let's do this one. What's that?
What
I've
is
never
that?
seen that
What
on
is
mine.
that?
Cool. Rainbow
Okay.
filter.
Rainbow filter. I have no idea what that is.
It's cool. I like filters. Not because, like, I don't like it necessarily when it changes my face. I feel like I look weird. But I do like filters to add to, like, the just fun and silliness. Hey, guys, on Instagram, we're out here at Henry's Tavern, Denver. If you're out in Denver, you should come by. It is been a really fun night. We're
All right,
watching the
let's see.
Rockies. We're winning. Oh, yeah, you can actually connect to my live if you want. We can live stream together.
We can live stream together. How do I do
Okay.
that?
I don't know.
I don't
think you
either.
have to join my live. Hey, Chewy, thanks for watching. I gave you a shout out
So join her
earlier.
live.
I gave you a shout out earlier, Chewy, and you were not watching my show. And I told everybody that you did a great job on Nolan's hair. I really like his haircut. Love his haircut, Chewy. Thanks for watching. Tara, who's a huge Rockies fan, but she's out in. Let's see. Join the and I can pick people to join. Who else can I pick?
I guess I sent something to notify you that to join.
Yes, add Patrick to the live. There we go. Trying to get this phone to stand up.
So is
straight,
this how?
Hey, Levi, thanks for watching and thanks for serving our country.
So
we're here watching the Rockies game at Henry's Tavern. If you guys want to come out and get a drink, we're down here at Henry's, 16th Street. It's a pretty good spot. Look at this. The phone keeps moving.
Your phone's mine's in a perfect spot.
Your phone has a better
it's bigger
cover. It's a little sturdier. My cover is really
you have a tiny person's phone.
No, my cover is also very smooth, so it slides a lot.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Freeland
We still
does
got Freeland
start
in.
the inning. Bottom of the seventh. Kyle Freeland with 75 pitches. It's been an incredible night for Freeland, honestly. The mere fact that he's at 75 pitches right now, it should say something. 1-0 Rockies.
So after this inning, TJ will be showing his chicken legs to the world.
In the 7th inning, you can count on TJ Carpenter to show his legs. He lost a bet.
With me.
He claims that he has Bo Jackson-sized legs, but we're going to let you guys decide. Thanks for watching, Taylor. And let's see who else. Dino. And let's see what's going on. What's up, Caleb? Dino, thanks for watching. Roland, Rico. My little sister's watching. Both my little sisters. Thanks for watching.
None of my siblings are watching.
And Taylor.
I don't think they know what sports are.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
no,
right,
my brother
look at
plays
these
wiffle
stats.
ball.
John Lester versus Freeland, 6 1/3 inning for Freeland and 6 innings for Lester. But I mean, Freeland just is on 3 days of rest, you guys.
And he's just
you've got to take that into consideration right now.
Pitching like a madman.
Pitching phenomenal.
Lester only pitched those 6 innings. We're in the 7th inning. Freeland is still under Lester's pitch count. And I know he doesn't have all the strikeouts that Lester had, but
right. Lester has a lot of strikeouts, but we are winning the game. So I would say Freeland's doing a great job. Freeland for MVP we have on from Instagram. I'm not against you, man. I'm not against you. Look at my phone compared to your phone.
My
Why
phone
is yours
has like
so foggy. What's going on? Mine has great lighting. Look at how pretty we look.
We do. I mean, look at this
what's
beard.
What's up with your phone?
I don't know what's up with my phone. It's. But I will say this: mine's in a much better spot.
But yours is all fuzzy. Look at.
I know. I don't know what's going on with that.
Thanks for watching, Scarlett.
Maybe it's just a bad angle.
Money, JD, Chris. What's up? Who are you guys going for?
I didn't help.
I got the Rockies, obviously. Come on, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie,
Come
what
on,
are you
Charlie.
doing?
There is 2 Cubs fans here in the bar, and I might fight one of them. Vamos, Rockies.
She's going to fight the guy,
That's
not the girl.
That's what JD had to say. Yeah, I'm going to fight the dude.
You're going to fight the dude.
I totally want to fight the dude. He keeps cheering.
He's really obnoxious.
And he really will piss me off. Like,
the girl's just kind of sitting there. I don't even know if she has a Cubs shirt on. Mexican and Irish.
Yeah, you don't want to try
There's
me in a
some
fight.
tequila and some whiskey her way, and it's going to be a nightmare.
Which we're both drinking, so cheers.
Cheers.
Corina, thank you for watching. Chris, thank you for watching. We're trying to get these Rockies into the playoffs, although there is some debate
playoffs,
that
the
this is
real
already the
playoffs.
You know, I get it. Let's
and
see.
it is. I mean, it's nice to say.
La vida loca is what Chris said about my Instagram name. You can follow me on Instagram, Chris. You can see us on Instagram Live. It's actually a pretty good video feed as well. Iannetta at the mound for a conversation with Freeland at this point.
You got to go for a double play here. You have to give him a pitch to force in it.
We want to force a pitch. You know, when Arenado talks about pitching, about Freeland as a pitcher, he comments that he feels safe with him at the mound because he gets a lot of ground balls, and and Arenado, obviously, we know he knows how to field. So he doesn't feel he feels confident about it.
And I think what this is doing, if we can get through this 7th, then all we're pitching is Otto and Wade Davis.
We got to get Ottavino on there.
Oh, that's huge.
But I mean, O has been fantastic.
He has,
I would not worry if O came to the mound. I would be
in the 7th. If they put O in right now, it'd be good.
Like O at the ground. El sonido está bastante malo. Oh, sorry, Corina. How about now? Hopefully it's better. We'll turn it. Let's see. ¿Está mejor? Let me know. The sound is off. I have the sound on.
The sound? Is my sound off, or am I good?
Trying pretty hard. Thanks for letting us know on the Instagram feeds.
Why is there so much noise coming out of? Why is there so much noise coming out of
The computer?
Well, there's a lot of feedback.
Oh, now I don't hear it anymore.
Prima Donna Pat. Paul Spot says Prima Donna Pat.
Thank you, Paul. And Paul would know more than anyone, especially when it came to flag football.
Chris said I had to get off the Instagram live because of that squeaking noise.
Here, how about there?
No, you got to mute the feeds.
We can't mute Instagram. Then people on Instagram can't hear us.
Oh, I can hear that. Yeah, that's really annoying.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
All right. We'll go off Instagram live.
Squeaking. We'll
The
come back on.
squeakiness.
We'll come back on in post-game show.
Post-game
Instagram.
Instagram.
Check us out in a little bit. Bye.
Yeah, that's squeaky. All right, so TJ, after this inning,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's not the best idea with the cops there. We somehow have to show your legs.
Yeah, there's officers of the law right out here.
Well,
Did
you
you
need to tell them
called
that you
them,
lost
didn't
a
you?
bet.
Yeah.
Huh?
You need to tell them the truth that you lost a bet. Be honest to the police.
I did. I lost a bet, but I'm very willing to show my legs. I just feel like maybe we need to do this in a better,
Setting.
more official capacity.
Game 3 of the playoffs when the Rockies
No.
play the Brewers.
Yeah, I don't
No,
feel
no.
like now.
Don't give
is
him an
the
out
time.
No.
because if he takes the out,
We will never see his legs.
we will never see him.
And I
back.
sold this on people seeing TJ's legs.
Exactly.
I am very willing to show you guys my legs. I just don't
You
know
haven't
if
been. What
right
changed?
now is the time or the place.
Oh, there you go.
What a catch there by
Woo!
Story.
Trevor Story,
Trevor doing Trevor.
the Hank Aaron award finalist,
I'm gonna like Paul's comment because that is 100% accurate.
Prima Donna Pat.
Prima Donna Pat. Should have seen me
The
anytime I
Lomans
played sports.
watching The Rockies.
Were you a prima donna?
The Lumens
I'm
are watching the Rockies.
huge
from
prima donna.
Wellington, Florida. Go Rockies! Thanks for watching all the way from Florida. We appreciate you.
I mean, guess we could have TJ hike his legs up here
He should. He should just pull his
and just
pant
pull
leg
the
up
pant leg
and
up
just
and
do some little.
yeah, you got this.
Don't act shy now.
No, I
You're
could.
never
I could do it in my
shy.
jeans.
You are never shy.
I could absolutely do that.
I think I could show my legs off at the same time. I mean, not like I'm not giving you the full thing, but I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, but you can see how big your legs are despite pulling up.
and
your
I'm
shirt.
wearing tight
Here we
jeans.
go.
You're in
That'll
sweats,
be-
and they're still tinier.
Looks like that'll be it for Kyle Freeland.
What a game!
Wow.
Freeland is
Bringing an O to get that last
Hard
out.
hit, 0 runs. He did do what I said. He had 4 scoreless innings, but he
He
had
had
more than 4.
6 and 2/3.
Scoreless innings. Fantastic job by Kyle Freeland.
Look, see now it comes down to the bullpen, which is not
yeah.
what you
But-
want.
If O can get 1 out, then all you have is Otto and Wade Davis for 2
Actually,
innings.
It looked like they were bringing in Yency Alamonte to finish the inning, which must mean that there's a particular pitcher
Batter they
up.
want to go against.
I
Who are
thought
they bringing in?
Alamonte.
Almonte?
Well, his correct pronunciation is Alamonte.
I'm gonna trust her on this one,
Why?
just because
because of this.
this. I want everyone to see this right
I feel
now.
like we're
I'm
basically
really light-skinned right
No, we're
now.
the same
She-
color. We're the
Where?
same color.
And then if you add my arm, it's just really bad.
Actually, earlier in the year, I was darker than Jenna.
That is not true.
Was
Sure.
Jenna hidden in a closet for
Sure.
5 years?
I
He
just-
locked me in a closet for several weeks. That's what
You were really like that R.
That's
Kelly
what
song.
That's what I do. I lock women in closets.
All right, so
That's why there were
the inning,
protesters.
we have one more out before the inning ends, and at the end of this inning, we have a special treat. We had a bet that if the Rockies made the playoffs, TJ would have to show his Bo Jackson legs.
I don't know if this is the best setting or time.
And now TJ is
Like, we
freaking
get-
out
no,
because
no,
he's
no.
realizing
I'm just-
America
And he's
is going
like,
to see the chicken.
oh no, he's all shy about it. Since
No,
when are
I'm
you
not.
shy?
I'm not shy.
He literally has said on broadcast before, I'm so proud of my body. I walk around naked all the time.
You have said that, and I've commented on that I was scared for your future children that are going to be demons.
For real.
Why?
Your demon children.
Why would
will
they want their
hate
dad
that you're
walking around naked?
You really do got to change that once they get to a
That
certain
is
age.
child services coming in an instant.
Look, you just.
My daddy, why'd you draw your dad like that? Because he
No,
never wears
no.
clothes at home.
I don't know what clothes look like on my dad.
No, look, I'm just. Look,
He
you
comes
gotta-
home naked. I don't know what he does for a living.
Look, you got to let him know who's
That's
in charge.
pretty question.
And the best
what
way,
does he do?
the best
for
way
a
to let him
living?
know
You're
going to
teach your
charge.
kids to teach people they're in charge by walking into a room naked
Just
like
strip
eh.
down.
That's how, hey,
it's a
Sounds
naked
like-
man. Works 2 out of 3 times.
that's how.
Ah, they brought in Ottavino. There you
Ooh,
go.
so one out here, the full inning after. And then Wade Davis.
Look at your face on that. You were like,
Hey, look how white I am.
It's called being cocksure.
What?
Cocksure.
Cocksure.
Yeah.
nobody needed to know that.
Cocksure.
TMI.
I feel bad for everyone who has heard that now.
TM.
Look, our viewers were at 15 earlier, and we're down. We went down.
Gone down.
We should continue to invite
The
people to the...
Lumens watching the Rockies from Wellington, Florida.
I already said that. Wow.
All right, Otto.
Wild pitch by Otto.
That's not good.
Ooh,
That is
Drew
not.
And they put in
the
Drew
game.
Butera. Wow.
Drew Butera. He is an average catcher at best. I remember Butera with the Royals.
Oh, wait, I have a question now. Wasn't Ionetta the last one to bat? So wouldn't that mean Ottavino's next up?
How am I going to do this?
Yeah.
So are they
Do
only?
I just pull my legs? Pull my.
No, I think you should just leave your legs down, but pull your pants tight as possible so you can see. Because now they look bulky.
Yeah,
and
now it
they
looks like you actually
are.
have some weight to your legs.
Strike.
There we go. No,
Nice.
don't pull it
82
up.
miles
Leave it
an
down.
hour.
We'll just pull the pants tight and show off
Let's
your
go,
legs.
Otto.
Look at that.
Let's close
pull
out
my
this
leg
inning,
up
Otto.
here.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
This is not
Look
the
up.
seventh inning stretch. This is a very puny calf.
What kind of?
There's no muscle here.
What are we
This is
talking
the
about?
best
What are you
muscle
talking about?
mass that he has.
That
And it
is-
is smaller than
He
my
was flexing so hard. I can
He's
feel the
flexing.
flex.
That is.
very hard. There's barely pinky.
I don't
wait,
even
maybe
know
I
what
need
you're
this
talking
pinky.
about.
Look at that. My pinky
Wait.
sits higher than
I have a
his
question.
flex.
I have decent sized hands.
What?
I can almost get my hands around. They're almost touching on the other side.
Right. If you were a taller man, you'd probably go like
Yeah, no.
this far around.
Hey, look.
My brother's
Jerry,
150 pounds, 6'4", and I can't
Look
do
at
that.
those
now.
socks.
Pull this down.
Look
All
at
right,
those
let's pull
socks.
this down.
Let's look at these chicken
Look
legs.
at
Pull
these.
this tighter.
Let's.
You know.
I'm
That is a
impressed by the
chicken
flexibility
wing
here.
Of a leg, if I've ever seen one. Have you done too much
Oh,
yoga?
that's a good stretch.
Wow.
That's a good stretch.
I am
little too
so
much
impressed.
yoga.
I'm waiting for it to pop
I'm
up on the
really-
Yeah,
screen.
maybe it's not.
I am
Maybe
really
your leg literally
enjoying
is
Wow.
this
not even.
stretch right now.
It's not even in the shot.
This
It's
is
too
a
high.
good
I think it is in the shot, and I'm just going to say that Jena and my leg by itself are bigger than
My
TJ's
leg-
both legs.
My legs alone, like it is clear. My leg is bigger.
I am
And
really
darker.
Getting, I'm really
Much
getting my
darker.
White.
groin.
Real white.
Oh,
really getting
We'll put that down for him.
Wow. Otto walks Contreras.
This is not good. I said,
Contreras
look.
on
I said.
first base. You did not say
You
anything.
did not say.
I
You
said.
did not say
Look,
anything.
Freeland had to go more than 7. He had to go more than 7.
He can't go more than
He
7.
didn't go more than 7.
What the heck? No, this
This is
not
not happening. It happened. TJ showed
I
his
haven't
legs.
seen any. I didn't see it on there. Did it happen?
I don't know.
I don't think your leg got up high enough for any of us to see it.
I don't know if we're
It got up
caught up
there.
live.
It got up
No,
there.
it didn't get up. It didn't get up.
No, because it was at my chest. And
It did not get high enough. That was super sad.
should I pull it higher again? Yeah,
All
it's
right,
right
do
here.
it again. You
All
want to
right,
do
here
the
we go.
other
Here we
leg?
go.
You wanna
Here.
do the other leg?
We'll get the other leg. Oh, hold on. There's a cord. All right, here's the other leg. Look at this.
But
Oh
this is
my.
giving it a little too much.
Yeah,
You
like
can't even see the thigh.
look at how tiny this is.
Can you get higher,
That is an
please?
athletic leg.
Can you get the
It's not
thigh
at
up
the-
here?
Where is this? He almost hit it.
Almost lean into that one just to help your team out.